Me got baby face, me big boss man. Me like America, me got good plan. Mexico water make Gulf US away. Me make Zelensky say thanks to my face. Me got baby face, me got big chair. Trump bad, Trump good, me no care. Me write big book, kill billies and stuff. Now me important, we're tired tough. Me go Yale school, me learn big word. Now me forget everything me heard. Silicon people give me job, me take. Now me like Trump, me make no mistake. Yo, it's JD Advance. Fight walk folk, me say never die. Me protect kids, me born liberate. Him, them, there. America simple, only two gender. Me face, me big boss man. Me like America, me got good plan. Mexico water make Gulf US of A. Me make Zelensky say thanks to my face. Too many gender for my agenda. Went on a bender, execo the sender. Might take Panama just like na. Might take Gaza, pop then a plaza. We next my majesty.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome into Cobra Cast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage Eyed out of Unit 199. Happy to see all of you here on a Thursday. There's a lot going on. I wish it was a slower news day, honestly, because there's so much going on that I don't know where to start. I have no idea where to start, but we got so much going on across the United States of America with politics. The Minnesota stuff is happening. JD Vance does a press conference today, and apparently he went ham. We got college football on. I literally have 7 screens in front of me right now to try to keep up with all of this stuff. Miami's actually driving right now. So, but Ole Miss just got a stop on 3rd down, so it looks like Miami's going to have to kick a field goal. 2 people just shot in Portland. That's right. I've got that report pulled up. My goodness, man. It's been a lot to keep up with. Godzilla Sam becomes a new member. Thank you. Boomer Sooner says Jason Witten now coaching for OU. Boomer. Mando Unchained says it's very slow at night at work. Was hoping there'd be a Cobra Cast to keep me company. Hail. Jeremy Trump with $1 in DI 199 says I paused the rifleman to be here. Be funny. Gold Nugget says JD cooked today. Jeremy Gay. I have not heard JD Vance's press conference at all. I've been, busy. I was on Drinker Stream earlier, so I'm kind of behind on a lot of stuff. I think we may watch the entire JD Vance presser because apparently it was that good. 48 apparently gave us a hell of a presser. There's one right here, just right here. This is what Elon Musk retweeted. Right here, holy crap, JD Vance is livid. Let's listen to this little bit right here from JD.
When I was actually walking out here, somebody sent me a photo of a CNN headline about what happened in Minneapolis. And this is the headline. I'm just going to read it. Outrage after ICE officer kills U.S. citizen in Minneapolis. Well, that's one way to put it. And that is the way that many people in the corporate media have put this attack over the last 24 hours. And I say attack very, very intentionally because this was an attack on federal law enforcement. This was an attack on law and order. This was an attack on the American people.
Yes.
The way that the media, by and large, has reported this story has been an absolute disgrace, and it puts our law enforcement officers at risk every single day. What that headline leaves out is the fact that that very ICE officer nearly had his life ended, dragged by a car 6 months ago 33 stitches in his leg. So you think maybe he's a little bit sensitive about somebody ramming him with an automobile. What that headline leaves out is that that woman was there to interfere with a legitimate law enforcement operation in the United States of America. What that headline leaves out is that that woman is part of a broader left-wing network to attack, to dox, to assault, and to make it impossible for our ICE officers to do their job. If the media wants to tell the truth, they ought to tell the truth that a group of left-wing radicals have been working tirelessly, sometimes using domestic terror techniques to try to make it impossible for the president of the United States to do what the American people elected him to do, which is enforce our immigration laws. The president stands with ICE. I stand with ICE. We stand with all of our law enforcement officers. And part of that is recognizing that you people in the media, not everybody in this room, but many people in this room have been lying about this attack.
Yes.
She was trying to ram this guy with her car.
Yes.
He shot back. He defended himself. He's already been seriously wounded in law enforcement operations before. And everybody who's been repeating the lie that this is some innocent woman who was out for a drive in Minneapolis when a law enforcement officer shot at her, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Every single one of you.
Holy crap. Now, again, this is my first time hearing anything from JD's press conference. I've seen everyone reacting to it, but I've intentionally not really listened to any of the clips because I wanted to hear it here for the first time. And my goodness, this continues to reinforce the thing that I have said consistently about JD Vance, that, and I don't mean it in a negative sense, but JD Vance does a better job of articulating President Trump's points than President Trump does to the people that don't like Trump. When that man speaks, he speaks clear and decisive. He doesn't leave anything up for interpretation. He is spot on 100%. So now I did see where we could pull up this entire speech, and we probably will watch that here, but there's a lot of other news that I want to catch up on first. So, but I do have that pulled up. So we will look at that here in just a minute. But yeah, JD just crushed it, dude. Just absolutely crushed it. So we'll check that out here in just a bit. On the flip side, we do have some breaking news that's happening right now that I want to fill all of you in on. Give me just a minute to pull this up because something is going down in Portland right now. Something's happening everywhere. So let's see. Let me get that one right here. Okay. So we've got reports of two people shot by federal agents in Portland.
And David, tonight, sources tell ABC News that federal agents have shot two people in Portland, Oregon. David, following.
Now, the details that we're getting on these individuals are, hang on. So this is what we're hearing. Two people shot by ICE in Portland, Oregon, a husband and a wife. Police reports say they were running from ICE. Spanish speaking and running from ICE. Now, you know what's going to happen. You know what the media is going to do with this. You know how they're going to twist it. You know how they're going to manipulate it. In fact, right here, sitting Congresswoman just declared the actions of ICE as state-sponsored terrorism.
Well, we know that their presence is not welcome in the way that they're attempting to do law enforcement. We don't believe that it's law enforcement. We believe it is state-sponsored terrorism. And so we've made several calls over and over and over again for the president to stop sending goons to Portland and to leave us alone.
God, we are at a serious breaking point with these Democrats and how they are acting. We are at a serious breaking point. This is crazy. Federal border agents have shot two people in Portland. Holy crap, the violence is only getting worse. Pray for the agents.
That train is still
running. Barely hear it.
We have been seeing while we're out here. But again, we are still waiting on more information. Traffic is slow moving in all directions.
Okay, so that's just a basic news report right there. So we can barely hear what she's saying. But all of that is going on in Portland right now. But guess what? A lot of crazy stuff happening in Minnesota still. It's getting very, very bad. It's kind of unhinged right now. What is this right here? It's confirmed Minneapolis police received a stand-down order on making arrests that would enrage the leftist rioters. 911 told Nick Sortor, "You're on your own after multiple death threats and intimidation."
Get the fuck out of here right now!
That's what I'm saying. It's a bunch of
They killed my fucking neighbor! Who the fuck are these Nazis?
You guys are losers. You guys are losers. Oh, you guys are losers. You're trying to agitate people. You're agitating.
Some fucking
Yo, man, why is Epic Mike hanging out here in Minneapolis? Why is Epic Mike there? Somebody tell Epic Mike to get the hell out of there. But in all seriousness, this is a horrible situation. People like Nick Sortor are in a very, very tough spot right now. Law enforcement will not help them. And I appreciate what the White House is doing on many fronts, but I am tired of seeing tweets. I want to see action.
agitators over here! Get the fuck out of my city!
Him saying, "Get the F out of my city." That's very ironic that he is unhappy with someone in his city and he wants them to get the F out of his city. That's very ironic that he said that particular line, isn't it?
What is wrong with you? Somebody died!
Go to your fucking car so we can take a picture of your fucking plate. Where's your fucking car, you coward? You couldn't even fucking stop? I'm not moving. You fucking walk the block, you're a fucking coward. Get the fuck out.
The fuck is Tony Romo doing here? The fuck? Tony Romo, shut your fucking mouth.
You think we're fucking playing? You got nothing, huh?
All right, so we are Nazis for
fuck up.
asking, for walking down the road, asking questions. You're wondering why I was so adamant on having security before we actually came out here, and this is exactly why.
Hey, look at this fucking Nazi. Get the fuck out of here.
The question that was posed was, why are they blocking ICE vehicles in the street? And this is the reaction.
Leftists are so angry and so violent. They're so unhinged.
I mean, I've been here for
Weirdo. Bunch of fucking Nazis.
I've been here for maybe 3 minutes
What's the point
at
of
the
this,
most.
guys? What's going on? What's the point of this? Look at you and look at us. What the fuck? No, that's not how you think. Fuck you. Look at you, you headstuck looking motherfucker.
That's a hell of a comment right there. Yep.
No, don't act like you guys are innocent. Fucking Nazis. Hey, this motherfucker with the live stream. You proud of what you fucking did? Get the fuck out of here.
Sorry, sir.
Fucking leave.
It doesn't even feel like the United States of America. It feels like a third world country, which is essentially what Minnesota has become under the leadership of Tim Walz.
We'll do a loop, come back to the other side. Let's try and get on the top bit and we'll come back in.
This is it. You guys see it now.
You lasted for 30 fucking seconds, you fucking coward.
I said barely any words out here. Barely anything at all.
An agitator calling us an agitator. It's wild. But I'm literally just walking down the road. We didn't say a word.
Where's your fucking car? Show us.
We're not here for a fight, man.
Yeah, so
What the
that's
fuck
the
are you
difference.
doing?
I'm not here to fight with
Show us
anybody.
your
I'm just
fucking
walking.
car.
We came for a conversation.
Shut the fuck up and get the fuck out.
But I can't.
Oh, they're too scared to show us where the car's at. I thought you were saying you didn't give a shit. You were proud of yourself. Show us your fucking car. Let's go.
Mad? Why are you so mad at us?
Why are we so mad? You're fucking Nazis.
What did we do that?
You're fucking Nazis. Get the fuck out.
Help me not be a Nazi.
Oh.
Don't be here. That's it. Leave.
You want to finish that thought?
Oh, that's right.
It makes me so angry to see that these people are they are all about projection. That's all this is. This is 100% pure projection from these clowns.
Oh, he's throwing snow. Oh, it's assault.
Uh-oh.
Look at this fucking coward.
Trumpies are scared of snow.
Get the fuck out.
Okay, so what happens if I call 911? Let's do that. Can you get an address, please? Wait, what are they? You said they're on.
What is the address of the emergency?
Hi,
We're on foot.
we're on foot.
Okay. How big is the group of people?
It's
20 at least.
Hey, cops, get here.
About 20. Okay. What were they
Yeah,
doing?
we'll be
the throwing objects are following us down the road. Yeah, we,
right here when you get here.
Hey, cops, we're waiting for you. You're a fucking coward.
We'll all be right here.
You know what the word cogent means? Get the fuck out.
yeah, we're at I guess Park Avenue and 33rd now.
Yes, affirmative. East on 33rd Street.
With you fucks. Get the fuck out of here. I don't want to be associated with you anymore.
Yeah.
I went there McGrath, they got slipped.
Not associated. I don't know anybody that doesn't want to be associated with me, except for maybe Zack Snyder.
You got something to say?
White
Proud of
in
yourself?
a
Come
black
here and
pea coat.
celebrate murdering people and fucks?
Hey, let's cross the street this way.
They love free speech and lots of against that.
You got nothing to fucking say.
Exactly why they're
You
here.
said you're here to talk? Say some shit.
Exactly why they're here.
Okay, yeah. So we're crossing Park Avenue on the 33rd.
Now we're crossing Park Avenue.
This one guy, the Tony Romo dude, the Dollar General Tony Romo looking guy, like he 100% is that kind of that guy in school that talks shit to the smaller kids until someone actually responds, and then he turns into a little bitch. That's who that person is.
Protect us.
We're crossing Park Avenue on the 33rd.
You walk like fucking idiots. Look at you.
Celebrating murdering people.
See all the
they're
gate
just
analysis?
throwing
Look
ice
at
on-
you.
They're throwing ice blocks at us now.
This is a bad fucking idea.
What do we have an ETA?
Just so we're clear, all right? Discount Tony Romo doesn't mind if Somalis are overrunning his neighborhood, illegal immigrants are overrunning his neighborhood and having up to billions of dollars of fraud. But he has a problem with a perceived Trump supporter with a camera recording things. Make it make sense.
We don't have an ETA. Are you guys actually going to respond to this area, or are we just out here out here fending for ourselves?
We do have an officer that's responding. They acknowledge the call. It's not to drive there.
Look at you. Tiny little fucking coward. Look at you. What you got tattooed on your neck, huh? What is that?
Before we get there, okay?
Oh, you can't
What happened?
fucking talk now, huh? No, you don't want any problems, motherfucker.
I highly doubt it's going to change. So, unless it gets worse, it might get worse.
Oh, come protect us! Oh, the city is so fucking scary!
Yeah. Okay. 911 hung up on me.
Yeah, because you're a fucking coward. Where are you from? We just want to see your place. That's it. We just want to talk right by your car.
It is crazy, isn't it, man? It is
that is
absolutely
fun.
insane. Thank you for the 10.
Hello.
We got good light now. Let's take a photo of it.
Yes, it is.
Let's take a photo of his tattoo.
So we're heading south.
Hang on a sec.
Can you go back this way?
33rd.
We're 33rd heading towards Park.
Okay. Yeah.
So somebody says, like, what's going on? So this is Nick Sortor. I've been following him for a while on Twitter. He's a great investigative journalist. And he is in Minneapolis right now. And the people of Minneapolis, the white liberals, they're not upset about Somalis. being illegal in their area and having billions of dollars of fraud, but they're very upset about a white guy with a phone.
Yeah, we're heading back toward Park.
Hey, you came from this way. It's like you're going to your car. It's empty direction.
Wait, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Say that again.
Walk with your both fucking legs on the car.
Are you with the person that you came with?
Somebody said this was from last night. Is this from last night? Because let's see. Yeah, okay. This is last night. Okay, I didn't see this. So this is from last night.
Who was this again?
People that think you're fucking morons is who
Okay,
they are.
so are we getting an officer out here, or is that not happening?
No, you gotta fend for yourself, motherfucker. You come to start shit.
Okay. Yeah, that's a little
Tell them your name.
not.
What's your name?
It's a little not possible right now.
Get in your car and fucking leave.
We can't just get a unit here. I mean, we're not far from downtown Minneapolis, and we can't get anybody to come out here.
South Minneapolis, fucker, right by where you just killed somebody, you pieces of shit.
I mean, we're still hovering in the area of 33rd and Park. No, I don't have any ability to do that by myself.
Get in your fucking car and go. We're wasting police resources.
I've got two people here with.
Now the liberal cares about police resources. Now the liberal cares about police resources being overextended. Amazing.
Me, I just need. I need some sort of police. It's been 10 minutes now. I would love to, but I can't. I don't feel safe doing so. On that.
Motherfuckers, do your shit. Your tail's between your legs. Oh, it's a street. Look both
I'm not
ways.
walking in front of a vehicle. Are you kidding me? And see, and this fucker is going to try to turn onto a one-way street. All right, guys, you got a guy driving the wrong way down a one-way coming after me now, and we have no police here.
This is insane.
Get in your fucking car.
Blue cities are a cancer. They are a cancer. They are a disease, and that disease will continue to spread. I have seen this happen in places that I grew up. Like, some of you will know the state of Alabama. Some of you, maybe, I don't know, 30, 35 years ago, remember the city of like Montgomery, Alabama? Montgomery, Alabama used to be a really cool place. It ain't no more. It's terrible. It's like the plague just started spreading through it and just destroying all of it. And the more that it spread, the more it destroyed the entire area. It was awful. So bad.
All right, let's exit.
Get in your fucking car. It's fucking simple. Get the fuck out. Yeah.
I don't think that matters until we get a cop here. Are you serious?
Just fucking get out. Oh, look, pick up the pace.
Jeremy had to move out of the expensive trailer park. That was a good line right there.
We're on 33rd. That's what I need. I need somebody on 33rd near Park Avenue, in between Park Avenue and Portland. That's it. In my. Black P coat on. I see no.
That didn't work out for you, did it?
That guy is so
no
fucking annoying, dude.
Yes.
Right here. Right here. He is now.
Left pocket.
That's what you wanted, isn't it?
Here.
What a fucking surprising transition!
Go.
I dated a girl in high school that drove this thing.
The cops track all 911 calls. They know exactly where this is. Yeah, they just don't care. They don't care. In Minneapolis, I doubt that the police care.
Go. Yeah, man. I didn't mean to stop you. You know what you're doing, but we have no backup. Real quick, without cops.
I said officers aren't able to get to your current location. If you'd like to speak with them, you'll have to move to a different location.
BK says, why bother going there? Poop is poop. Dude, we need people like Nick Shirley and Nick Swartor and other people going there, because if we don't have people like this with boots on the ground, then the mainstream controls every bit of the narrative that's happening. And this is why there's so many people out there that's brainwashed into thinking that this isn't going on. The people that are boots on the ground that are getting the truth out there are incredibly important, and they deserve a massive amount of respect for putting themselves in harm's way so that we can see the truth.
Oh, so the police can't get to 33rd and Portland, 34th and Portland.
Okay, would you like to move to another location?
I mean, I'm just asking, is that the case? Is that...
You said what?
They can't get to 34th and Portland. I'm just making sure. Like, I guess if that's what I got to do, then that's what I got to do. All the, being chased down the street.
Okay, yeah, and I'm telling you that if you would like to speak with officers, you'll have to move to a different location that they can access, they can assist you.
Okay, so they're not coming to this location, correct? I have to go and find them myself.
If you're not going to answer my question, are you going to go to a different location?
I mean, I'm being chased down the road. What do you want from me? I have to go. What location do I need to go to?
You're going to have to go to a different location if you'd like to be. Okay, I'm going to disconnect.
What location do I have to go to?
So you have somebody who says they're in trouble with police chasing them. The 911 operator hangs up the phone.
That's unfucking believable. Minneapolis police will.
You guys did nothing. Nothing at all. Thank you very much for that. Really appreciate it. It's a great look. They're not here.
They're not.
Wait, what'd you say?
We're getting followed by a Toyota.
We're getting followed by a Toyota Corolla.
White Toyota Corolla.
Are you 100%?
I turned my signal on late to test her, and she did the same.
So we'll do a cleaning maneuver. So take a right, and a right.
Oh yeah.
There they are.
Now, you think that, so that's Minnesota. We have Minnesota going on. We have still going down in Minnesota. Okay. We have 2 people that were just reportedly shot in Portland. And we also have a protest going on in New York City, where in the protest from the peaceful protesters from the left, the tolerant left, they are calling for the hanging of Kristi Noem, a woman. So they claim that women need representation. We have a woman in a position of power, and the same people that say we need female representation are now calling for the hanging of that woman. Not only that, the mob starts chanting F Charlie Kirk. This is crazy. Let's listen. It's going to sound bad, but like times like this makes me so glad that I live in the state of Florida. Man, this is crazy what's happening right now.
Say anything necessary, bitch!
I dedicate that one! I dedicate that one! I dedicate that one! Listen! You don't gotta chant it if you ain't ready. But some of us are pissed off, aren't we?
Calamari.
We got someone from the hands-off side over here. I dedicate that one to Renee Good.
I just don't like, I will say, like, for all of like my defense of Trump and the Trump administration, and I think there's a ton of things to defend and they're doing a lot. One thing that frustrates me as a Trump supporter is I keep seeing Rapid Response 47 and other Trump officials tweeting how upset they are with stuff like this. And I'm like, dude, I appreciate that you're tweeting about it, but can we get something done? Can we stop tweeting about shit and actually do something? Please. It's unbelievable. Like, come on.
When I say Renee Nicole Good, you say presente. Renee Nicole Good. Presente. Renee Nicole Good. Presente. Just for the hell of it, one more chant, because the name of Dr. Martin Luther King has been disrespected enough by these white people.
I have to play this back again.
Dr. Martin Luther King has been disrespected enough by these white people.
If I ask you, what is arguably the most crime-ridden area in your respective city or location, more often than not, the most crime-ridden area almost always involves a street named Martin Luther King Jr. Drive or Boulevard. Almost every fucking time. That is the most crime-ridden area in every fucking city. But you guys want to talk about disrespecting the great name of Martin Luther King Jr. Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Fuck Charlie Kirk! Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Fuck Charlie Kirk! Thank you for your energy. Together! Join your local rapid response group. Give to your local mutual aid. Occupy your local vacant apartment. Let's do this.
Absolute insanity. So shit is happening all over the place right now. And yes, I'm paying attention to the game because the Ole Miss Rebels have scored a touchdown. I think it's 7-3 right now. So I'm watching the game. I've got 7 screens. I've got like 5 computer screens and 2 phone screens going right now. I got shit going on. I got the chat. I got the Rumble chat. I got the YouTube chat. I got everything. All right. We are rocking and rolling. All right. We are multitasking right now. Okay. Let's see where we're at. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Brady for 20 says, I'm glad you popped up because this is my go-to for bad news or protest. You're all kind of growing on me. Prayers to our Leos. God bless the 199ers. I thought you were going to say you're my go-to for bad shows because I do typically just have bad shows, but thank you. I appreciate it. We got Troll for 20 says, this is what happens when you interfere with natural selection. We have to live with more idiots than we should. Thank you for the 20. Dude, earlier today, and this was pretty hilarious. I got to find the clip really quickly. And Twitter's running kind of slow for me right now. So somebody said, Nips Litter says House of Cards is overrated. Blasphemy. Now, the final season is a disaster, so I'm not going to argue with you about the final season. But House of Cards is an awesome show. But yeah, I don't know if it's just me, but Twitter's running extremely slow. I can't get Twitter to work, to be fair. Like, it's completely broken right now. Is it just me? Nips Litter says, I'm sorry, Jeremy. I was just trying to be noticed. I respect that. It's called X. It's still Twitter to me. It's still Twitter to me. It's always going to be Twitter. I appreciate Elon. I love Elon. Elon has literally saved free speech for the most part online, but it's still Twitter to me. It's just like the wrestling guy. It's still real to me, damn it. It's still Twitter to me, damn it. And it always will be. I don't think I'll ever be able to call it X. But that, just me. Okay, so real quick, right here. It's Jesse the Body Ventura. All right. Jesse Ventura apparently says that he wants to, here we go, right? Jesse Ventura responds to Minneapolis ICE shooting, says he may run for governor again. We're a third world country now. He calls Trump a rich white boy and asks secretary, no one has ever met a person of color. Dude, Jesse Ventura.
Or what would you say?
No, I'm just saying, as a graduate of Roosevelt High School and as the former governor of Minnesota, I'm so proud of Roosevelt High School and how they stood up for what is supposed to be America and freedom. And freedom is not arresting people without warrants. We have a system here. It's called a constitution.
Dude, I want Jesse Ventura to run for president just for the entertainment value of it alone. Just run for president in 2028 just for the entertainment value.
And we have a party, the Republicans, who don't seem to want to abide by the Constitution. January 6th is a prime example of that. And now they're all free and they're in charge. You know what? Maybe it's time for Jesse. I only did one term. I'm owed a second.
Sir, can you tell us when you went to school here?
I went to school here. I'm a 1969 graduate of Minneapolis Roosevelt. I'm proud of them for what they did. They made me proud as an alumni. Go Teddies.
What are your thoughts? I know we're jumping in, probably doubling up on some of his questions, but what are some of your thoughts about what unfolded yesterday? And then after that, what you saw?
Well, guys, I don't want you guys making fun of saying this is Gary in 5 years. Okay. That's not nice. Okay. This is not Gary. All right. Gary needs at least another 10. All right.
Well, I've told you already, we're a country of the Constitution. We have leadership.
Beardo in 40 years. It honestly, because of the sunglasses, it 100% looks more like Beardo in 40 years.
Now that has destroyed the Constitution. They don't follow it. They could care less about it. Am I right or wrong? I took an oath to defend the Constitution against all enemies, foreign and domestic. I view after January 6th, the Republican Party is a domestic enemy to our Constitution. I can't get any bolder than that, can I?
And you obviously saw the video that the student shot outside here, and that obviously elicited a lot of emotions for you. Just watching
What do you mean
that,
the student shot?
there were some students who shot the video of the chaos here yesterday. It was
No, I
nice.
didn't even
Oh,
see
you didn't
it.
see it? Okay, I thought you
didn't
did.
see it.
Okay. Okay.
The only thing I've seen is the murder.
So talk about, you were a student here. When did you graduate?
1969.
Have you been back here? Talk about that. Is this first time back?
No, came back to homecoming 2 years ago. No. I'm a proud graduate. I held 3 school records in swimming, 2 District 17 records. Our football team was undefeated. We won. Back then, there were no playoffs. We played St. Paul Central for the Twin City.
Jesse Ventura is completely gone. And I am here for this. Yes, he is going full Uncle Rico now. That's where he's at. Full Uncle Rico. Coach would have put me in fourth quarter. We'd have taken state. John freaking Murdoch for 50 says I can feel my IQ dropping listening to this fig. It's it's pretty bad.
Championship and defeated them. I think it was 21-6. And we did that at the old brick house, if you remember that, the old University of Minnesota. That's where they used to play the Twin City Championship game. There weren't playoffs then.
Dave Winfield was on that Central team, wasn't he?
Yep.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. We beat Dave Winfield and Central.
Just to be abundantly clear about what you're doing, what you wanted to do at the school here today.
I just came here today to show.
He's got a jacket. His jacket says Governor Jesse Ventura.
My support as a graduate of Roosevelt and tell them how proud I was of what they did of keeping ICE off of this campus. This is a place of learning, and you learn things like the Constitution. You learn about warrants. You learn about things of that nature. And what we're getting right now is violating all that, what kids are being taught.
All right, this goes on for another 4 minutes. I'm not going to subject you to that, but the fact that Jesse Ventura is now out here talking about running for another term as governor of Minnesota, taking shots at Trump, taking shots at Kristi Noem, calling yesterday's situation a murder when it in fact was not. Good Lord, with this craziness. All right, now right here, this was 40 minutes ago, just in. Because of the protests and riots, Minneapolis schools are canceling mandatory in-person classes, offering virtual learning until February 12th. What is happening? This is the United States of America, and it's being operated like a third world country. Canceling in-person schools until February 12th.
Back off! Back off! We gotta protect them. Back up! Back up!
You know, it's weird. It's like, you remember we were covering all this craziness in California not too long ago, like the No Kings protest. Where did all those people go? It's like they're a traveling circus of clowns. They just go from blue state to blue city to blue state to blue city so that they can pretend to be offended, so you can make it seem like there's this unrest happening all over the place. That's what it is. It's a traveling circus of clowns.
Who is the chief in charge?
Back up! Don't worry about it. We have our own medical. What are you doing?
You know what? I'm here.
For the record.
Up! Back up!
Time to give Minnesota to Canada. It's not a bad idea.
Wait!
Why'd you shoot them?
They were innocent! They were fucking innocent!
Holy shit! Holy crap! I just like, you just got to go with me, chat. Okay, you got to go with me. Okay, I just got this image. Okay, I just got this image when I saw that. Okay, how many of you will get this? I don't know, but I know what her future looks like. I know what her future looks like. Are you ready for this? This is her future. I predict this. This is what I thought as soon as I saw it. Some of you will appreciate this. Some of you might cringe. Some of you may know may not know what I'm talking about. But let's listen to her one more time, and then I'm going to show you her future. All right. I think I backed it up a little too far. Ugh. So here's her future right here.
Have some more sloppy joes. I made them extra sloppy for you. I know how you kids like them sloppy.
Lady, you're scaring us.
That's exactly what I thought of when I saw that.
Stand back! You seen that, right? You heard him? You heard him? He said he got me next. He's targeting. He said he got me next. You heard him? I know you heard him. Hey, you heard him? He said he got me next. He's targeting.
Holy crap, man. What is happening? How is this the real world? Now, I know a lot of you already saw this news, but it's important to show that this is how the Democrats are treating this situation. Jimmy Kimmel, in response to yesterday's ICE-involved shooting in Minneapolis, Jimmy Kimmel had to say, well, all he had to say was to hold up a T-shirt about Donald Trump.
You know what? Maybe they're trying. I know what they're doing. They're trying out a new slogan. Donald J. Trump is going to kill you. It's pretty good, right? This maniac, he isn't just killing people overseas. An ICE agent today shot and killed an unarmed 37-year-old woman during an ICE operation in Minneapolis. They're there under the guise of protecting us. And of course, our president weighed in with compassion. He wrote, "I've just viewed the clip of the event which took place in Minneapolis. It is a horrible thing to watch. The woman screaming was obviously a professional agitator. And the woman driving the car, this is the woman who was killed, was very disorderly, obstructing and resisting, who then violently
Literally what happened? That's literally what happened in the video.
Willfully and viciously ran over the ICE officer who seems to have shot her in self-defense." Now, I saw this video. It didn't look like anybody got run over to me. It looked to me like a woman got scared and tried to drive away, and they shot her. That'll be for the court to decide. Well, the mayor of Minneapolis, though, had this to say.
They are already trying to spin this as an action of self-defense. Having seen the video of myself, I want to tell everybody directly, that is bull. This was an agent recklessly using power that resulted in somebody dying, getting killed. And I have a message for ICE. To ICE, get the out of Minneapolis.
That is the shirt I want to see. To ICE. Get the out of Minneapolis.
How this guy is still employed is incredible. Now, as you might expect, Jimmy Kimmel's shot at Donald Trump, well, it's backfiring because MAGA is basically saying, hell yeah. Now, let's just wear that shirt. It only makes Trump seem more badass every time. This is all these clowns do, is make Trump seem like a badass every single time. That's all they do. They just make Trump seem like the most badass dude to ever live. Yeah, so Trump supporters are going to start rocking this shirt. That's it. That's all it's going to be. Good Lord, man. These people are freaking crazy. Absolutely insane. Let's see here. We got a great crowd here tonight. Thank you all for joining. There's a lot more to talk about, a lot more to get into. Gold Nuggets, I got that one. Gerald Armstrong says, did you see RFK Jr.'s tweet about JD Advanced? I did, and I will show that here in just a minute. Boomer Sooner says, ask Ryan about Sydney Sweeney photo last night. I will have to check that out. Mike Zero Source says, Bud, another interesting news development is what's going on in Iran. This is history in the making. If Iran falls, China won't get their oil. There is a lot going on in Iran. I have not had time to look into it too much, but I know there's a lot going on over there. Bumblebee says, he sounds like the It's Ma'am guy. Nick Hammerschmidt says, hey, Jeremy, I live in Minnesota, and I will say that the massive concentration is all in the Twin Cities. I do know many great families and people here, but the Democrats, Walz and Fry ruined it here. Hail. Yeah, and I totally believe that. I mean, I know some people that live in Minnesota as well, so I totally understand that. It's just these heavily focused blue areas. It's where a lot of the focus. This is what happens to California, because I always try to say, like, look, I have negative connotations towards California too, because of all the stuff that we see from Gavin Newsom and all that. But if you actually take a step back, you realize like California is objectively the most beautiful state in the country. And there are more registered Republicans in California than any state in the country. It's just that the blue, heavily populated blue areas make the image of California very bad. And so you just have to take a step back and realize that. Let's see. I got that one earlier. Thank you for that one. JJ Killer says, I'm a bit behind, so I won't see your reply for a bit. But how many people get shot before they realize, hey, maybe we shouldn't fuck with these people? I don't think that that's going to happen, because you're dealing with mentally unstable people already that are being gassed up by the Democrats and the media. You've got highly emotional people that have been fed lies their entire life. And now they have been consistently told that Donald Trump is Hitler, and he is basically pushing his Nazi soldiers into these areas to take people out and kill people. And once you've made someone believe that lie, they don't view anything that they do as anything other than heroic. So that's the problem that we're dealing with, is that the people that are this unhinged, they believe it so much that there's no conversation, there's no video clips, there's no nothing that will help them. And that's just a sad reality of it. Is that Kelly R? Is that who that is? For 50 gifted memberships. I can't tell if that's, I think that's for your old profile picture, but KG Eason or K Geeson, 50 gifted memberships. 50 gifted memberships. Is that you, Kelly R? I can't remember. Confirm that one for me. Let me know, mods, if that's her. But thank you. Since they put the ats on there, it's almost impossible to tell who's who anymore. It's so annoying. But thank you so much. 50 gifted memberships. Oh, shit. The game is 10-7. We will celebrate a little bit later. But thank you for the gifties. We will celebrate later. But we got to stay on point because there's so much to talk about right now. Let's see. Brittany says, you've sent a couple. Wondering what you think of Trump sending in the Marines. Well, I mean, I think Trump needs to activate the National Guard. I think Marines should not be the first priority to do anything. But problem is it's a blue city and it's a blue state. And in order for Trump to actually, if Trump takes the step to put the National Guard in Minnesota, it's going to create a massive shit show. And that's what people like. I understand people are like, well, we need that. And it's like, you don't understand, dude. You don't understand how bad this is going to get if Trump sends the National Guard in when Tim Walz is willing to then order his National Guard. It just becomes a complete and total nightmare. And so I think that some people are just not recognizing that. And I know some people are like, we don't care, we want that. And I'm like, do you really? Because I don't know if you know how bad and ugly that's going to get. It's going to get fucking ugly. But maybe that's what we need. But I err on the side of caution, though. And then you said, and lastly, will Marco start appearing in the JD Advanced memes? Marco is becoming his own meme at this point in time. And so there's a lot of Marco memes that we have to catch up on when we have time, but there's just so much other stuff going on. Marco Rubio, what's up, Willie Will? I see you in the chat. Marco Rubio sent out a tweet today, which was actually one of the great tweets that we have seen, because Marco Rubio tends to not get involved in stuff. But he sent out an incredible tweet today. Right here. I do not normally respond to online rumors, but feel the need to do so at this moment. I will not be a candidate for the currently vacant head coach and GM position with the Miami Dolphins. While you never know what the future may bring right now, my focus is to remain on global events and also the precious archives of the United States of America. Thank you. Marco Rubio, that is awesome. Freaking fantastic. Big Marco. I mean, the dude has just leveled up in a way that I didn't think was possible. I did not think it was possible, yet here we are. Now we do have this. I've got to show you this really quick. Let me pull this video clip up and let's see. Let's see if I got that. So right here, and I feel the need that I need to correct something. I need to correct something because I think that this is very, very reckless behavior. So right here, we got this video and we've got an article. AOC yesterday accuses Fox host of sexualizing her in explosive confrontation with producer. Now, this is very troubling. This is very disturbing. And I'm going to tell you why it's disturbing here in just a minute. But first, right here, here's a clip. AOC stormed off after claiming a Fox producer that Jesse Waters sexualized and harassed me on his show.
Would you join him?
He accused me of, he has sexualized me on his show. He has sexually harassed me on his show. He has engaged in horrific, sexually exploitative
That's
rhetoric.
not true, Congresswoman.
It is true. It is true because he accused me of wanting to quote unquote sleep with Stephen Miller. So why don't you tell me what you think is acceptable to tell a woman? Thank you.
Now, the reason I think this is a serious issue, and I think we should treat it as such, because she is not giving proper credit to the original, the legend, prime time 99. Alex Stein was the OG of sexually harassing you, AOC. Give some credit where credit is due, AOC. Give some credit where credit is due.
C is calling out the creepy guy who hassled her on the steps of the Capitol.
You look very beautiful in that dress. You look very sexy. Look at that booty on AOC. That's my favorite big booty Latina.
The firebrand liberal New York Democrat was heading to work with an aide and her fiance and dog when she was heckled. She turned to confront the guy, then flashed him a sarcastic peace sign.
Why don't you do a little selfie? I love it. My favorite AOC. Nice to meet you, AOC. Look how sexy she looks in that dress.
AOC immediately went on social media and called it a deeply disgusting incident.
See this guy right there? Right there. When I was walking up, he said, hey, look at that big ass. Look at that big juicy booty.
He did not say juicy booty. She lied. He did not say juicy booty. He did not say that. AOC lied about Alex Stein, and I want proof from you, AOC, and you can't provide it.
This Latina, like whatever, you know, all the bunch of racist, sexist stuff.
She pointed out that it happened in front of a Capitol police officer who she says did nothing to help her.
It's really hard and it's really sad.
AOC tweeted that she wanted to deck the guy, but needed to catch a vote more than a case. So who is he? His name is Alex Stein, and he's a far-right activist known for
far-right activists. There's always that, isn't there? They're always far-right activists.
Making provocative videos. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez says she was disheartened by the experience.
Look at that booty on AOC. That's my favorite big booty Latina.
Capitol.
So, yeah, I don't think that anybody really cares about anything that AOC has to say. So for her to throw this out there, it's just par for the course for AOC. This is what AOC does. She plays the victim. She always does this. So, yeah, I don't think this is going to go anywhere. No one takes her seriously in any capacity whatsoever. So she can continue to throw these labels out there. No one cares, AOC. No one takes you seriously at all. The game is 10-10. Miami and Ole Miss. 10-10. Ole Miss is hanging with Miami. Ole Miss could be in the championship game. Holy crap. Insane. Let's see here. What is this? Let's see if there's any updates. So right here, now this is an exclusive clip that I have obtained here from CobraCast. Maduro really stood no chance. Oh, Miami just scored. Damn it. All right, here we go. This is an exclusive clip. Maduro didn't stand a chance. He didn't stand a chance.
The shit jammed. Or whatever it did, once it stopped, I spun the nigga around and I put the nigga in the full Nelson. The two niggas was over there that was down there, pulled out the hammer, and the nigga right here pulls out the hammer. I said, I'm dead. So I must have had the nigga so tight, the nigga swung his body to the side, and that's how my shit was open, and he hit me. Boom, pow.
Dude. The freaking memes. The AI memes are completely out of control. What is this right here? Okay, so we got two Venezuelan gang members just tried to kill Border Patrol agents in Portland. So officers responded. Media, Border Patrol shoots two. So is that what happened? So you had two Venezuelan gang members try to kill Border Patrol agents in Portland, and the media presented this as Border Control shoots a husband and a wife. That's how the media does it every time. Hero Kitten says Tim Walz is going to try and start a civil war so that he doesn't go to jail for fraud. Also, two people were just shot and killed by ICE in Portland. Yep, we talked about that a little bit earlier and just now. Love USA 12 says he's so insane and deranged. He did not see that at least 20% or more ICE agents and Border Patrol agents under NOM are all colored people. This person thinks cheap grandstanding can still work. Talking about Jesse Ventura, I agree. Coopster says if it's too dangerous for kids to go to school, that means the city has collapsed and should have the military come in, right? That's a very level-headed take, Coopster. And do you know what? Officials in Minneapolis will say, no, it's very safe. Yet they feel the need to have to shut down the fucking schools because it's too dangerous. It's a good take. Jimmy Ray says the thing that angers me most is the people, is these people have me hoping for martial law. I'm supposed to hate the government. Sad but true. MAGA Mike says it would be in the left's best interest to stop talking about this incident, but they're tripling down, creating more chaos, and the only thing they're doing is creating more based people. MAGA. Agreed completely. 3 for 20 says agitators caravan all over the country creating chaos. Always the same people. I'm pissed these groups weren't squashed months ago. I thought we were going to yank all the big back channel funding. Less talk, more action. I agree completely. I have seen a lot of tweets from the Trump administration. I've seen a lot of discussions, and I'm sitting there going like, look, man, I'm happy about your tweets just as much as the next guy, but I'd like to see some action because tweets are getting kind of old. I'm tired of seeing that. I want to see you actually do something. Make something happen. You know? And to be fair, a lot is happening and a lot has happened. I don't want to be one of those nothing ever happens clowns because a lot of shit is happening and a lot of shit continues to happen. But when you see, you know, cities like this being overrun with clearly, obviously paid agitators, and all we see is a bunch of tweets, we're kind of getting frustrated with that. Marvelyn says, what a hotel corner chair sitting boyfriend she has. Not surprised, though. To my AOC. Brady says, it's so crazy that today Venezuela and Iran are free. This day will go down in history, and we all witnessed it. Total chatty Kathy tonight. It's the weed. That's okay. You know me. I don't smoke weed or do drugs or drink, but I fully endorse everyone else to do it if they are of age and are not harming anyone else and are willing to super chat me in the process if they can afford it. A lot of caveats there. Vice the Legend says NBC already wrote an article today, headline, woman shot in Minnesota, among the nicest people you'd ever meet. Yep. Old Curdy Bastard says, this is endgame Marxism. If I admitted what I'd be willing to allow to rid our country of this cancer, I'd be arrested. Yeah, I have to bite my tongue a lot while I'm on YouTube. That's for sure. Kai the guy says, sorry for contributing to the gay joke pylon last night. Walls actually said that the line to Minnesota GOP at a recent press conference, if you hadn't heard. I hadn't heard. Too Tired says, idea, add a cowboy branch to ICE, nothing more American than a cowboy. They can herd, crowd control, lasso, hog tie, alien. Let's get this trending. Fantastic Knox says, good day and hell everyone. So the UK is looking to ban Twitter and only get information from the government without any scrutiny. V for Vendetta in reality. Zinny Biscuit says, best JD Advanced meme I've seen is him playing the bass. Still learning to play mine, but one step at a time. Vault 95 says, I was watching a week-old Flashcast instead of Timmy. It's McDouble says, lock them up. Philip Butler says, the same people cheer for Charlie's murder. They're doing it right now. They're literally in New York right now, cheering for Charlie Kirk's murder, celebrating it. That's what they're doing. I mean, like right here. I just showed this, but like this is what they're doing right here. Leftists are now yelling about ICE, kill them all, burn them all, as they storm the streets of New York City. Others are yelling, abolish ICE. Again, I will go back to what I said earlier, that when you have convinced people that Trump is literally Hitler and that everyone that is working for the government is a Nazi, when you have convinced people of that, they don't see any wrongdoing with their behavior in opposing that in any capacity whatsoever. That is the Obama playbook. This has been happening since Barack Hussein Obama took office. And of course, it wasn't as blatant in the first 4 years, but it certainly was in those second 4 years, exactly the game they were playing. And the plan was for Hillary Clinton to carry on that Obama mentality. Fortunately for us, a young, vibrant man named Donald J. Trump stepped up and has forever changed the landscape of American politics in so many different ways. Okay, I can't listen to it anymore. Now, we got this news report right here. During a stop by Customs and Border Protection, a suspected illegal alien from Venezuela. So right here. So this is apparently the Portland situation right here.
Tell us. Laura, basically what was happening was Customs and Border Protection were actually attempting a targeted vehicle stop. They had an apparent subject who they believed was an illegal alien from Venezuela, along with a suspected gang member from Trinidad, Aragua. Now, once they identified themselves, the driver of that vehicle, by the way, it was a man and a woman, the driver of that vehicle attempted to take off and use that vehicle in a battering ram fashion. And so the agent, fearing for life and safety, did engage with gunfire, we are told. We don't have an update on the condition of the two suspects, but we do know that the folks in Portland, including the police department, are urging calm tonight in that city, which, as you know, is known for its dissent. But we do know that the agent apparently is okay. Laura.
I mean, it's just crazy, man. And like, it doesn't really matter how much context you add to one of these situations. It doesn't matter. The people on the left that want to believe what they believe are going to believe whatever the narrative is. No amount of truth, no amount of context, no amount of perspective, none of it. It's why, like with me, for all of these years, for doing YouTube and covering the entertainment world and, you know, covering sports and covering gaming and covering politics, like, I guess in the beginning, when they would call me a racist and a sexist and a misogynist and all this, is like, oh, I'm not, you know, it's like, no, don't even, just lean into it. Yeah, fuck it. Who cares? Yes. Okay. I'm all those things. Now what? Who cares? Like, I'm not going to convince you different. And it doesn't really matter that you say it. So who cares? Yeah. Lean into it, because no amount of, you know, truth or, you know, context will change these freaks' minds. So just lean into it and meme on it. That's all you can do. That's the only path with clowns like this, is to just meme it and lean into it. That's it. Let's see. Slane Hope says Krista could solo wipe this entire crowd of pigs. Boomer Sooner says Minnesota blames the cold for their tiny wieners. Mike Zero Source says Iranian protesters are chanting "Long live the king." The king is friendly to America. This is history being made. We got Hayden Wayne 450 says, so is it just me, or did it sound like Tampon Tim was ready to declare war against federal government? It's not just you. We noticed that yesterday as soon as it happened. I just got here, not sure what's been going on most of the day, but driving back to work, and I'm here for the ride. Well, thank you, Hayden Wayne. Yes, we actually addressed that yesterday when he made those statements, and that's exactly what it sounded like. From a lot of our perspectives. And I believe that he did just that. And I believe that he knows that he won't do it, but he's trying to threaten Trump, you know? So, yeah, that's, I don't know. It's a slippery slope right now, but I also believe that Tim Walz is doing everything he can to distract from all of the fraud that was recently exposed. So everything that's going on right now in Minnesota, Tim Walz 100% wants to happen. He absolutely wants that to happen. And so, because we're not like, yeah, we're still talking about the fraud in a couple of ways, but like, we're not focusing on the fraud. So yeah, you know, Lions today Are you a Lions, like a Detroit Lions channel? Is that what you are? Just curious. I don't have anything against the Lions, so but I am looking forward to the NFL playoffs. Let's see here. Storm Shadow says it's called Minnesmalia now. The Daily Special says Southmouth tax. Glenn Jones says the left are becoming animals that we need to become beasts. Slain Hope says if Nick defended himself, cops would come in 1 minute. Yep. So yes, I work for ESPN and Chat Sports. Hell yeah, man, that's awesome. So I'm looking forward to right now. I'm watching college football playoff right now. Miami is punting. Ole Miss is getting the ball back with 55 seconds. Hopefully Ole Miss can go down there and at least get a field goal before halftime. We'll see. A lot of juggling right now. We got football for I know half the chat doesn't give a shit about sports. I know, but I like sports. Okay. Okay. That's why we talk sports. Okay. Yay, sports ball. Yep. Daniel Moore says, Daniel Moore, thank you. Is it Barrowson says that the left are too far gone for me to be independent again. It's true. It's the left has moved so far to the left, or maybe center left has shifted to far left. So if you're on the left, you could no longer be slightly center left. If you're on the left, you are a far left-wing lunatic. There's no such thing as center left anymore. It has moved so far to the extremist side that you are not allowed to be part of the left unless you are a crazy fucking lunatic. It's like that meme that was posted a long time ago about how all of these people that used to be center left, and then all of a sudden everything shifted so much that the people that were center left never changed. But now the people that were center left are now considered right-wing Nazis by the far left. It's crazy. Jeremy turned into Max Headroom. Did I? What happened? Did something happen? Somebody said, am I using my green screen? Yes, that's not my background. That is a recording of my background that I'm not in right now. So yes, that is a green screen. So I do miss my background though. I kind of want to set my room up here similar to my other setup, and my other setup is still there. I'm just not there. Let's see. Dragon says the media is doxing the ICE agent on YouTube. I'm reporting it as violence. It may be dumb. I don't care. No, so the ICE agent has been 100% doxed. Why am I not in it? Well, because I'm in Orlando now. So and Pensacola is in the panhandle of Florida, and I need to be in Orlando for Geeks and Gamers stuff. Anyway, what was I talking about just now? Oh, the ICE agent. Yeah, so the ICE agent has been doxed completely. I'm not going to be sharing his docs, but he has been doxed. And the usual suspects are out there doing it. But even beyond the usual suspects, you've got pop culture channels are reporting on this guy's docs now. A lot of these left-wing pop culture channels, they're reporting this guy's docs. The Cranstonsteins are out there doxing this guy. They're putting it out there big time. So it is crazy. Where are we at now? Florida has a few good hockey teams. I'm trying to get into hockey, but if I'm going to get into hockey, good old Nick Saban just got involved with a hockey team, my coach from Alabama. So I think if I was going to follow a hockey team, I'd be following the Nashville Predators. But I do like the Florida Panthers as well. Daniel Moore Businesses, remember when they spent 5 years pearl clutching over the Fed, planted Mike Pence sign saying he's the same thing they're saying about Nome now? Yes. Yep. Dirty D says that most Minnesotans hate Minneapolis. This is just a city. They do not represent everyone here. I believe that. I absolutely believe that. Elite Goose says, have you seen the movie Escape from New York where they just said, fuck it, and walled off Manhattan? Not so sci-fi anymore. Honestly, I know that, I know a lot of people will, cringe at this, but I will once again take this opportunity to defend one of my favorite movies, The Dark Knight Rises. The Dark Knight Rises continues to look like a leftist city documentary. That's what The Dark Knight Rises looks like. I'm just waiting for Tim Walz to put on a fucking Bane mask, okay? And just go ahead and just like The Dark Knight Rises is a documentary about a left-wing city. That's what it is. Fucking love The Dark Knight Rises, all right? I love it. Tim Walz with a Bane mask would look so bad. That would be horrible. It would be so bad. Sith Lord says, we are long overdue for the Insurrection Act. 16 seconds to go, 4th and 10. Ole Miss, are they in field goal range? Because I just looked down. So I don't even know if they're in field goal range right now. It's got to be a long field goal if they're in field goal range. Is this right now? Is Trump doing interviews right now? 9:12. That just, yep. Okay, they're going to try a long-ass field goal. So we got this interview from Trump right here that I didn't know he was doing an interview. All right. I got to see if they're going to make this kick. So give me a minute. I'm probably a little behind a lot of you that are watching it. Kick is up, and it is good. Let's freaking go. Ole Miss hanging in there, man. All right, not bad. It's a 60-yard. That was a 60-yard field goal. Are you kidding me? Was that a 60-yard field goal? Holy shit. Okay, so right here, let's listen to what President Trump has to say in this interview.
We've knocked out 97% of the drugs coming in by water, and we are going to start now hitting land with regard to the cartels. The cartels are running Mexico. It's very, very sad to watch and see what's happened to that country, but the cartels are running, and they're killing 250, 300,000 people in our country every single year. The drugs, it's horrible. It's devastated families. You know, you lose a child or a parent. I mean, parents are dying too with drugs. So we've done a really good job. We're knocking it down. The numbers are really getting to be, they're always going to be too high if you have one person, but they're going down just like the border. The border was a total mess for years. I did it the first time very quickly, and this time I did it even better because this was a bigger mess. This was a border like no other probably in the history of the world. There's never been a border like that when anybody could just walk into your country.
The border's ostensibly really closed now.
There's never been one like it. Never been one. The Rising Bat says D-Day Cobra is a loser. Listen, I don't like addressing things in the chat. I don't like addressing personal drama or anything like that, but I have to be honest with you. Okay, the Rising Bat. Yes, I did sleep with your mother. She was very annoying. I didn't hear her talk until the next morning. So once she started talking, I had to get the fuck out. I'm sorry. I apologize. With that said, congratulations, because you're going to have a new little brother or sister in about 9 months, okay? You're welcome. All right? So, anyway. Okay, let's get back to the fucking people. Where are we at? Flame Hope says they didn't care when Irina Zarutska was butchered. No, they didn't. CG says they don't realize how lucky they are that Trump is not authoritarian as they make him out to be. Bad things would be happening to them otherwise. Well, I mean, the thing is I want Trump to be the person that the left claims that he is. That's the truth, is that he's not. Donald Trump is not this author, this king, this dictator, this guy that they say he is. And I wish he was. I want him to be that guy. But the thing is they wouldn't be able to say those things about Donald Trump if he was what they said he is. Their ability to call Trump every name in the book just automatically disproves their claim that he is the thing that they claim, because their ability to say it just disproves them. It's amazing. Spence says, come on, women in the Army aviation. My commander was restricted to flying around the airfield because you need to make a pick for career progression. Packy Prono says, Walls posted, I invite all Americans to join Minnesota in a day of unity tomorrow. Gay tool. Did he say that? Wouldn't surprise me. Let's see. RJ McReady says, D-Day Cobra, I now formally adopt you as my brother. That roast, the roast is top notch. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Pippi says, I'm going to send a super on FNT just to hear Beardo say Constitution to compare. Beardo on FNT? He won't be on FNT. He's never allowed on FNT. JSS Hope says, or Hop says, for $1, thank you. Cristobal says, I'd love to see Jesse running in 2028. Heck, toss Gary on as VP. The horror host says, trade Minnesota for Alberta. They can get Jesse Ventura, and we can get Bret Hart and oil. GG Play Highlight says, is that Netflix gender-swapped penguin? Slain Hope says, canceling in-person schools till February 12th. Where are kids supposed to go? Guess all those kids will have to go to daycare centers. It's all a grift. That's not a bad idea, actually. Where are all those kids going to go? Suddenly, the daycare centers in Minnesota will fill up. It's magic. I didn't even think about that, Slain Hope. That is funny. Suddenly, look, guys, the daycares are full. That's pretty funny. Cap J6 says, Captain JP says, that's an insult to Sloppy Joe lady. That is true, actually. The Daily Special says, where do I buy that shirt Jimmy was holding? I'm sure there's a lot of MAGA channels that probably have it. Zero says, that shirt would look dope AF with my new hat. That's all I'll say. Infinity Flare says, recall, oh, Snake Pit, the legend of St. Kyle of Kenosha. The left always condemns defensive use of force when it can be used to demonize the right. That's just true. Midnight Light membership, thank you. Daniel Moore says, did you know the X-Men Days of Future Past 2014, The Dark Future, was inspired by Minneapolis? I like Days of Future Past. Aaron James says, Jeremy, I'm telling you, my brother-in-law here about APL and how you celebrated when you get 50 gifties. Where's APL? Don't let us down, brother. Okay, we got 50 gifted memberships earlier, and there's only one proper way to celebrate 50 gifted memberships. Boom! That is how we celebrate 50 gifted memberships in the Snake Pit. Woo! And that's a good way to celebrate right there. That's a good way to celebrate. Yes, it is. There you have it. Are you all satisfied with that? MAGA Mike says, we got Marco Vance Homan, Hexeth Miller, RFK Tulsi Nome, the best bench ever assembled. They got a bartender. Never black pill. Never. Stormsetter says, AOC is upset because Venezuela will now import big booty Latinas to unseat her as Primetime Stein's #1 Latina. Marmillan says, honestly, it sounds like they're saying F you or F guys, which is on par for the course for the soy boy men that join these. Brady says, you deserve the money. Actually, when your mom kicks you out of her basement, I'll adopt you because you remind me of Cartman. Thank you. All right. Catching up on some other stuff. Laughing Man says, play it again. I missed it. You know what? For you, Laughing Man, I think Laughing Man deserves it. I think so. There you go. That's for Laughing Man, okay? Laughing Man, just for you. We'll play it again. All right. There you have it, okay? Now we're all happy. What is this right here? Okay. BLM is going to burn Minneapolis to the ground. Buckle up. Uh-oh.
Shut these streets down. Yes. Again. Make the city pay. Again. And again. They was going about losing money when George Floyd died. We as a people can cause them lose more money now. If we don't stand together, we're going to fold. Together we stand, divided we fold. We as a community got to stop talking and do the work. We cannot wait till somebody die again to do the work. ICE is a demon. They are not human beings. They are killers. They're killing on target. Shut these.
So I regret to inform all of you that I actually have video footage of her and her plan to destroy ICE. This is going to be exclusive footage here on the D-Day Cobra channel, CobraCast 199. So we have exclusive footage. I have video of her. She's about to take ICE down, although she had a mishap. Here it is. Damn! Yeah, it didn't work out so well for her. One more time for the people in the back. Damn! Yeah, that didn't work out for her, and really, really sorry to see that. I really thought she was actually going to make a difference. This didn't work out, so you know it is what it is. So, okay, let's see. Where are we at? Trump's fault. It's always Trump's fault. Always Trump's fault. What is this? Jasmine Crockett says, when Charlie Kirk got killed, we didn't pretend it was okay. What? What?
I remember when Charlie Kirk got killed. Do you remember what our response was?
Yeah, we absolutely remember what your response was. We remember very, very clearly, as a matter of fact.
Response wasn't to sit there and pretend like it was okay. Is it okay because you have a badge? Because the last time I checked, allegedly no one is above the law. Can y'all not just have a little bit of courage and humanity?
Oh no, is she fake crying?
A child.
Oh my God, it hurts. It physically hurts. It physically hurts. Oh, it physically hurts to listen to her pretend like she cares. My goodness. What are we doing? Oh, that was awful. This is Trump on the decision to capture Maduro. Trump on capturing Maduro right here.
Democrats wanted him and Republicans wanted him, and nobody had what it takes to get him, or didn't want to get him. I don't know, something happened, but he killed a lot of people. He sent a lot of bad people into our country. He emptied his prisons into the United States. He emptied his mental institutions and insane asylums into the United States, and did a lot of very bad things, but he was a big drug pusher. You see that because all the boats that we shot down, they came out of Venezuela. A lot of drugs. There's a lot of boats and a lot of drugs. There are very few boats operating right now. It's almost no boats. You can't find any boats.
I don't think anyone would go fishing in those
Not a lot of
waters.
people want to go fishing anymore. But we've knocked out 97% of the drugs coming in by water. And we are going to start now hitting land with regard to the cartels. The cartels are running Mexico. It's very, very sad to watch and see what's happened to that country. But the cartels are running, and they're killing 250, 300,000 people in our country every single year. The drugs, it's horrible. It's devastated families. You know, you lose a child.
I want to show this, and we'll go back to Trump in a minute, but I can't stop focusing on this right here. Jasmine Crockett saying that, do y'all remember how they acted when Charlie Kirk was killed? So I had to pull this up. Like, I hope this is the video I'm looking for. Deranged leftists celebrate Charlie Kirk's assassination.
For speaking the truth.
Nobody deserves that. Pro-Palestine people saying that I shouldn't pray for him because you disagree with that. What's wrong with you?
I can't be a liberal no more.
My party is the worst.
Charlie Kirk has been assassinated, and as I discussed in the last video, we already have some people, especially on the far left, who are celebrating his death, treating it like some kind of victory. But thankfully, there are also voices, of course, on the left as well, who are calling out the hypocrisy and the dangerous mindset that they're seeing on their own side. So today we're looking at both the disturbing celebrations and the people who are willing to hold their own side accountable.
There are a lot of people that are like, no matter what side of politics you're on, you should never celebrate something bad happening to someone. I, on the other hand, do cheer when bad things happen to bad people.
Charlie Kirk just got shot.
Oh my God, what was that?
Charlie Kirk has been shot in the neck. Let me get a booyah.
Never have to hear something new from his mouth ever again. And I'm not gonna stop showing these people's faces. I'm not gonna stop showing their. I'm angry. I'm not gonna stop.
This is what happens when you.
Yeah, so we're not going to watch the whole video, but the point being is that Jasmine Crockett is a lying piece of shit. We all saw the montages of like leftists celebrating in massive numbers with hundreds of thousands of followers on their TikTok channels all over social media. We saw that. We saw the celebrations. And again, we're not talking about just like some memes here. Like we're talking full on celebrations, people cheering, literally cheering and celebrating the death of a person for talking to college students. Those same people are now upset over a person that was trying to be detained by ICE officers that tried to run and flee the situation, attempted to run over an ICE agent, and they have sympathy for her, apparently. I think this is a perfect time to replay what we showed earlier, which was 48 putting clear words behind what we witnessed right here. JD Vance sums it up perfectly right here.
When I was actually walking out here, somebody sent me a photo of a CNN headline about what happened in Minneapolis. And this is the headline. I'm just going to read it. Outrage after ICE officer kills U.S. citizen in Minneapolis. Well, that's one way to put it. And that is the way that many people in the corporate media have put this attack over the last 24 hours. And I say attack very, very intentionally, because this was an attack on federal law enforcement. This was an attack on law and order. This was an attack on the American people. The way that the media, by and large, has reported this story has been an absolute disgrace, and it puts our law enforcement officers at risk every single day. What that headline leaves out is the fact that that very ICE officer nearly had his life ended, dragged by a car.
Listen to this part right here. Listen to what 48 says right here. This is important.
It leaves out is the fact that that very ICE officer nearly had his life ended, dragged by a car 6 months ago, 33 stitches in his leg. So you think maybe he's a little bit sensitive about somebody ramming him with an automobile. What that headline leaves out is that that woman was there to interfere with a legitimate law enforcement operation in the United States of America. What that headline leaves out is that that woman is part of a broader left-wing network to attack, to dox, to assault, and to make it impossible for our ICE officers to do their job. If the media wants to tell the truth, they ought to tell the truth that a group of left-wing radicals have been working tirelessly, sometimes using domestic terror techniques to try to make it impossible for the President of the United States to do what the American people elected him to do, which is enforce our immigration laws. The President stands with ICE. I stand with ICE. We stand with all of our law enforcement officers. And part of that is recognizing that you people in the media, not everybody in this room, but many people in this room have been lying about this attack. She was trying to ram this guy with her car. He shot back. He defended himself. He's already been seriously wounded in law enforcement operations before. And everybody who's been repeating the lie that this is some innocent woman who was out for a drive in Minneapolis when a law enforcement officer shot at her, you should be ashamed of yourselves. Every single one of you. Questions?
He is so on point. Now, I see this right here. This is how every normal American is feeling about ICE shooting situation. Why wasn't the mother at work providing for her kids? Instead, she was out obstructing ICE agents trying to do their jobs. 100%.
Everybody want to talk about whether or not the ICE agent should have shot the lady. I'm trying to figure out why she was there in the first place.
It's such a simple question. Like, the media's framing this as like, it's just a mother that was taken so soon. It's like, if she's a mom, why the fuck isn't she at home taking care of her kids? Why is she literally blocking ICE, blocking traffic, blocking the road, and trying to stop ICE from doing their job?
You got a son, you got a family. You out here defending Pablo and Julio like they give a damn about you. Go
Pablo and Julio.
home and protect your son. Can't do that now, it's too late. Worried about the wrong shit. And it's the problem. When you start dating people, you need to find out what their politics are. What side of the fence are they on?
Yes.
So I'm starting to realize all the crazies are a bunch of liberals. They're the crazy ones. What woman of yours is going to be out on the front lines battling for fucking Carlos? Carlos is in here illegally. He need to go back to his country. Worry about the wrong shit. Got yourself killed. Good job.
It's sad but true. That's the reality of the situation. You got yourself killed. No one else to blame but yourself. That's it. You know, and the amount of insanity that I am seeing across the board from people, not totally surprising, but it just continues to happen. Continues to happen over and over again. Okay, what is this one? What is this? I haven't seen this, okay? But we got a new video from our favorite Florida sheriff, Grady Judd. I haven't seen this. Let's hear Grady Judd. Here we go.
Let's do this. Let's send out the message loud and clear. And it should start with the mayor, the police chief, the local sheriff, and the governor of Minnesota. Cooperate with law enforcement officers. Don't resist them. Don't violently resist them. If you do violently resist them, if you do felonious assaults with 2-ton weapons, expect to be shot. Hello, everyone. Sheriff Grady Judd here. I've been asked by media outlets and several people to comment
to
on
be
the
shot.
event that occurred in Minneapolis yesterday. Let me make one thing abundantly clear. You have to be accountable for your conduct. And that starts with the mayor. Did you hear his filthy talk? Did you hear his filthy, uninformed talk yesterday to the people not only of the city and the state, but across the nation? Shame on you. That's lack of professionalism. Now let's look at the event. The investigation is not complete. I am giving you context on the video clip that I saw. Law enforcement officers, federal law enforcement officers, ICE agents, were trying to take the occupant of the car out of the vehicle. During this encounter, the vehicle backed up and then drove directly at the ICE agent.
Correct.
That is a deadly weapon, a 2-ton deadly weapon.
And the narrative that the left continues to try to say is that this is a person that didn't have a weapon. They literally had a weapon. It was called their vehicle.
So what did the occupant expect? They should have expected to be shot when you commit a deadly assault on a law enforcement officer. So let's do this. Let's send out the message loud and clear. And it should start with the mayor, the police chief, the local sheriff, and the governor of Minnesota. Cooperate with law enforcement officers. Don't resist them. Don't violently resist them. If you do violently resist them, if you do felonious assaults with 2-ton weapons, expect to be shot.
It's so perfect. If you guys are not aware of Sheriff Grady Judd, he's got a ton of just unbelievable moments. I think I have a couple that I've bookmarked from the past. Right here.
We don't know exactly how many shots were fired. I can tell you there were a lot of shots fired. It was a gunfight. It was clearly a gunfight. And we shot him a lot. And he won't ever shoot anyone else. He's dead. He asked to be shot and killed, and we obliged him.
Oh, man. This dude is great, man. He is fantastic.
First, I want to compliment the Cocoa Tigers. They won the championship after finishing the season 15-0. It was the Atlantic Coast Youth Athletics Association. And they beat the Thoroughbreds 26-6. I mean, they didn't just beat them, they ran over them. And the Thoroughbreds were from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Now I want to introduce you to 8 of the Thoroughbreds. And here they are. You look at the Thoroughbreds and you find out, what were they doing? What were they doing on Saturday morning? Well, let me tell you what they were doing. They Ubered from where they were staying. They had come from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, down to the Dick's Sporting Good in Posner Park. Not only did they Uber down there to shop, they had no intentions of paying for their product. So they came into the store in 2 groups, and they began to systematically steal product. And that's exactly what they did. They stole, and they stole, and they stole, and they stole, and they stole. Yeah. How do you like that?
Now, I'm sure that white supremacy and Trump is the reason that they stole. I want to be clear. I'm very sympathetic. So white supremacy and Trump's fault. Okay.
This is everything that they stole. And guess what? As we've said before, you can't go any place, anytime that you're not on a camera. So Dick's Sporting Goods knows that they're stealing because they're watching this systematic, organized theft ring called a football team. Now, not only did they steal 47 items, but ostensibly, they may have cost their team the championship and the football game, because I don't know if these all were starters or not, but I can tell you that we were finishers.
Dude, he's taking a shot at them because he knows, like, it's one thing to like label a criminal, but like when you say you cost your team the game, now that, oh yeah, he knows what he's doing.
We arrested them. We took them to the Juvenile Assessment Center and we put them in lockup. But I want to introduce you to their coach.
Oh,
his name's Ramon Bynes, B-Y-N-E-S. So when we notify the coach who is responsible for them, you would think he would be interested in holding them accountable and responsible. Instead, he goes to the deputies and begs them not to take these young men into custody. Oh, don't arrest them. Drop the charges. Let them go. And then when we said no, then they go to Dick's Sporting Goods, to the manager, and said, oh, don't charge them. Don't charge them. They were not taking bubble gum, one piece to chew. They stole over $2,000 worth of products, over 47 different products they stole.
Love Grady Judd. I wish everybody had a sheriff like him, but he is the man. So that's good stuff. Indeed. Love to see it. Okay, hang on. New video emerges of the fatal ICE shooting of Renee Good. Okay.
Now to Minneapolis, and as we said, new video tonight. This is some of it. It is grainy, difficult to see. It could provide, certainly provides another angle on what happened before 37-year-old Minneapolis mom was shot and killed by an ICE officer shortly after dropping her 6-year-old.
So she's literally just blocking fucking traffic. She just turned to block traffic.
Difficult to see. Could provide. Certainly provides another angle on what happened before 37-year-old Minneapolis mom was shot and killed by an ICE officer shortly after dropping her 6-year-old off at school. Now, it comes on what has been a tense day there, with more federal agents surging into the city. Minnesota's governor putting the state National Guard on standby to support local law enforcement if necessary. This is the live images of a protest.
I know it says the new shooting angle is at 250, but I want to hear how they're going to frame this whole thing.
Demonstration gathering in the streets there. This is what it looks like right now, downtown Minneapolis. Demonstrators have also gathered at the shooting scene, which itself is just blocks away from where police killed George Floyd 5.5 years ago. Now, earlier today, armed agents at a federal building near the airport pushed back protesters, deploying some kind of crowd repellent gas and making at least one arrest after someone, according to CNN's Omar Jimenez, apparently threw a water bottle. Throughout the day, the Trump administration has first doubled and then tripled down on its claim that the shooting was the result of an act of domestic terrorism, and that the killing of Renee Good was, in the words of Vice President Vance today, a, quote, tragedy of her own making. He said that with certainty and said this as if it was an established fact.
The Department of Homeland Security is already investigating this, but the simple fact is what you see is what you get in this case. You have a woman who was trying to obstruct a legitimate law enforcement operation. Nobody debates that. You have a woman who aimed her car at a law enforcement officer and pressed on the accelerator. Nobody debates that.
Well, keeping them honest, people are debating that. Just to remind you, here it is. Nobody
that matters is debating it.
This is from one of the camera angles that we have. You see one officer walk over to the car. He told her to get the F out of the vehicle, put his hand into the window. The car, she backs up. The car's reverse lights go on. The officer pulls on the door handle with his right hand, eventually reaching inside the open window with his left. The other officer is now in front of her car, and her reverse lights go out. When the car begins to move forward, the officer unholsters his weapon.
Yeah, they never want to play the beginning where it shows the ICE agents telling her to get out of the vehicle, get out of the vehicle. You wanted the attention. You wanted it. You're the one that wanted to pull out in the street and block traffic. You wanted the fucking attention. It's not like they decided to target you. You targeted them.
He fires it once. It appears towards her windshield. Second time, what appears to be her open window. And then a third shot immediately afterwards. And the car goes careening down the street. The officer reholsters his weapon. Now, take a look at it again. This shooting in real time from two different angles, which we've synced side by side.
Yeah, that's not a new angle. That's an angle that we saw yesterday. So that's not a new angle. We saw that angle yesterday.
Side by side. As I mentioned, CNN has obtained some new video. Again, it's grainy and distant, but it shows 4 full minutes leading up to the shooting.
Same millennial says it was her parking and blocking traffic. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, I think breaking 911 is wrong about the time mark here, because the only new evidence was this, or the new angle was that. That's the new angle. I have not seen that one. So to me, that's the new video. That's it right there.
Difficult to see. Could provide. Certainly provides another angle on what happened before.
Yeah, that to me is more damning evidence too. By the way, this angle actually is bad for her because it shows what exactly she was up to. That's the new footage right there. The other stuff's not new. So yeah. And that to me does not do her any favors. In fact, that only makes her look more guilty of doing exactly what we all said she was doing. And there's got to be more than just what they're
grainy, difficult to see, could
like. It's not like this camera's moving. So where is the rest of the footage that we have? I'd like to see what the behavior was prior to this. What was this vehicle doing?
It certainly provides another angle on what happened before 37-year-old Minneapolis mom was shot and killed.
And like, hang on.
An ICE officer shortly after dropping her 6-year-old off at school.
And why aren't they letting us see this angle of the officer? Because it will show the officer right in front of the vehicle. Why can't we see this angle? Why can't we see it when the officers arrive?
Now, it comes on what has been a tense day there with more federal agents surging.
Go to the end of the video. I mean, so, okay. Oh, okay. There we go then. Never mind. Here we go. All right. See? There we go. All right. Let's see.
Video again, it's grainy and distant, but it shows 4 full minutes leading up to the shooting.
Let's see it.
It shows Renee Good's maroon Honda Pilot entering from the right there. Then 20 seconds later, someone gets out on the passenger side. We don't know who or why this person leaves the car. We then see her turn and pull perpendicular across the street, seeming to block the way. But as you see here, leaving room for vehicles to pass by her on either side.
Oh, fuck off. What was she supposed to mean, leaving room? How the fuck do you leave room? It's not like she can cover the whole fucking road. She's not fuck you, CNN. Oh, guys, she was leaving room for people to pass, even though she's literally parked in the middle of the fucking road sideways. You're going to say she left room for people to pass. Good God.
Finally, there is this new angle of the federal officer who shot her. He arrives. Another federal SUV pulls up. As the ICE officer briefly goes back to his car, then he returns and with another agent grabs.
There it is. So you go back. So this guy is standing in front of her vehicle. I wish I could zoom in. Here, hang on. At least a little bit so you guys can see better.
The federal officer.
Actually, I can do this. Hang on. Okay, here we go.
Officer who shot her. He arrives. Another federal SUV pulls up.
So right now, the ICE officer is standing directly in front, in the very center of the vehicle. She's already hit. She's already put it in reverse. Now at that point right there, that's when the wheels start going and she's moving forward. Now I know Anderson Cooper earlier said that the vehicle started moving forward because apparently she had nothing to do with that. The vehicle just took off on its own, according to Anderson Cooper. Let's slow this down a little bit here. Well, let's watch it first. Okay, here we go.
Seeming to block the way.
Seeming to block the way.
But as you see here, leaving room for vehicles to pass by her on either side. Finally, there is this new angle of the federal officer who shot her. He arrives. Another federal SUV pulls up. As the ICE officer briefly goes back to his car, then he returns, and with another agent grabbing at her door, she starts to move forward. Again, it's hard to see from this angle, followed by 3 gunshots in quick succession. 4 minutes in all from start to finish. But for all the video that may reveal, it says nothing about why Renee Good was where she was or what she was doing there. And it's not all we don't know. Somehow, the administration, without offering any evidence, seems terribly certain about who this woman is and what motivated her.
She's literally blocking traffic, Anderson Cooper, you idiot. She's literally blocking traffic. Her intent was to disrupt. That's what she was attempting to do. And ICE officers went and approached her vehicle because she was looking for the attention that she got, and she found out.
What young mother shows up and decides they're going to throw their car in front of ICE officers who are enforcing legitimate law? You've got to be a little brainwashed to get to that point to where you're willing not just to protest, that's fine, not peacefully protest, but throw your vehicle in front of legitimate law enforcement officers and drive your car into them. to get to that point, you have to be, I think, radicalized in a very, very sad way.
And the other thing too is I saw people saying that that she, you know, and again, obviously sad that reportedly that the child involved in this now doesn't have a mother or a father. I don't know the specifics, but apparently the father passed away recently, or I don't know, previously anyway. I don't know if it's years or months or whatever, but the father had passed away. Okay. So now you have a lot of leftists out there going, it's now because of this ICE agent, that child has no sibling or no parents now. So if the father has passed away and you now are raising this child, you would think maybe you shouldn't go block traffic for ICE agents so they can try to get rid of illegals in Minneapolis. Maybe you shouldn't block traffic. Maybe you shouldn't, you know, try and do illegal shit. Maybe you shouldn't try to run over an ICE agent who also has a family, by the way. Just a thought. Just a thought.
Well, the vice president also called her, quote, a deranged leftist and a member of a, quote, broader left-wing network.
He would be accurate with that, Anderson.
So when pressed for evidence, here's what he said.
Who do you think is behind this broader left-wing network?
Well, it's one of the things we're going to have to figure out.
So he's not the only one who did not have an answer when pressed. So did the president. Reporters from the New York Times interviewed him yesterday and showed him or talked to him, confronted him on the disparity between what the shooting video showed and what the administration was claiming about the incident, including that the ICE officer had been run over. The headline at the Times reads, "Here's what Trump said on the ICE shooting when we pressed him." The reporters told the president the tapes were unclear. His aide brought a laptop over to the Resolute desk to play one of them. It did not say what he said it did, that the ICE officer had been run over. And when confronted about it, the president did not address the discrepancy. He's also not changed his version of the events. His top officials are echoing that approach, something Minnesota Governor Tim Walz underscored today.
It's beyond me that a
God, I don't even want to hear this clown again. This is at the end of the clip anyway. We heard the Tim Walz crap. Also, I think we have to note this because it's funny, because I was just complimenting this celebrity like a day ago, 2 days ago, something like that. I was just complimenting this celebrity because overall he seems like a good dude or whatever. And he currently has the #1 song on Spotify, which is the guy that plays Steve Harrington on Stranger Things, Joe Keery. Is that his name? I was just complimenting this guy. I was like, man, he's crushing. He's got a music career. Stranger Things was a big hit. And guess what? You can never trust celebrities. You never trust celebrities because Steve Harrington goes anti-Trump. Because of course he did. Because of course he did. Joe Keery speaking out against Trump. Zero human decency. Stop this man. Of course. Of course. Yep. So he has the #1 song right now. Apparently he dethroned Taylor Swift or something the other day. It's a great song, by the way. It's a great song. And but yeah, he goes full TDS. He's got #1 song in the country. He's got the #1 show. And he takes this opportunity to alienate half of his fan base by going full TDS, because of course that's what he did. So, hey, good for you, man. I will not be pulling for your career anymore. So good for you, though. I hope it was worth it. I hope you're able to really stop Trump there, Joe Keery. I hope you can just stop Trump. I'm hoping it's going to work out for you. Let's see where we're at. Emo says, a woman lying, say it ain't so. Daniel Moore says, please play Alex Stein on reality TV. It's gold. I don't know if I've seen that one or not. Dazza says, have you seen Alex Jones clips on the Podesta plan? A while back, I don't know if he's got any new stuff, but a while back I did. MAGA Mike says they have to balance the tweets with the actions. That when they tweet endlessly, they just give the same fake sellout panicans ammo to attack us eternally. I get that too. MJ says, are you in a new location? Is it a green screen? Yeah, green screen. JDT199 says, does anyone else all of a sudden want KFC? MAGA Mike says, Nick Sortor 35 minutes ago, Tim Walz is going to be pissed. It looks like Commander Bovino has taken over the Minnesota State Capitol here in St. Paul. It's happening. Trump is in no fucks given mode. All right, I'll have to pull that tweet up. 3 for 20 says, have friends and business associates in Minnesota, may move. Say governor and mayor couldn't give a shit about regular peeps, biz, or vets, only pander to immigrants, raising taxes, and honestly think they won't get RIP'd when Islam tips power. It's a sad, sad situation. Same Millennial says, Steven Crowder did his own video on this, pretending to be that ICE officer today, and showed that there's no way he could have ever seen tires from his own angle. Totally justified. Yep. Agreed. Thank you. Appreciate that. Celebrity Jeremy for 50 says, just want to stop by and say that you can always trust this celebrity to support MAGA and Trump Vance. Look at there. Celebrity Jeremy in the house. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. Madney says, woman deliberately obstructs justice during an LA operation. Order to get out of the car, attempts vehicular assault instead, gets murked. Every single leftist surprise Pikachu face. Every time. That's how it works. Every single time. Let's see. Daniel Moore says, a 1989 T-squared remastered. Ministry of Wrong Things says, communism just took the biggest hit in 20 plus years. The sudden communist wannabe uprisings in U.S. aren't a coincidence, coincidence. They're sleeper cells. Defending Truth says, no matter what we do, they still want us dead. Stand up. Let's see. Yala says, who killed Ashley Babbitt? Ryan Walker says, what do Renee Good and the Titanic have in common? Both got taken out by ice. Dark Magus says, Jeremy, did you hear about Trump's newest executive order severing 66 treaties with the UN? Alex Jones just tweeted about a clip about it. Okay, I'll check it out. Dr. Professor says all kinds of kids go to the daycare. Sola Felix says, bring Ripa on to call her the word we want to say. Gerald Armstrong says they're not going to burn the city down over a woman. What it is, though, ultimately, they are desperate for their next George Floyd. So this is essentially, this is where we are. They need a new George Floyd. Midterms and all of that, they need a new George Floyd. They are working very hard to find one. So I think that because of that, I think they absolutely will try to force this as the next George Floyd, or they will push this until they can find the next George Floyd. Let me look up that tweet that you were talking about. Let's see here. 35 minutes ago. It's probably about 40 minutes ago now. Let's see. What is this? Okay. Right here. Tim Walz is going to be pissed. Looks like Commander Bovino has taken over the Minnesota State Capitol here in St. Paul. I cannot confirm nor deny whether or not he is on the lookout for Ilhan Omar.
Can we say breaking news? Commander Bovino has taken control of the Minnesota State Capitol.
All right, a little bit of tongue in cheek there. So Tim Walz is, I think Tim Walz is loving this. Sadly, I think Tim Walz is loving this because again, it goes back to the distraction. It distracts us, like right here. We have this right here. Tim Walz calls for a day of unity tomorrow following the shooting. He wants to have a day of unity, guys.
A tragedy, the death of Renee Good on the streets at the hands of a federal agent. You also witnessed last night a beautiful vigil, a peaceful vigil, people expressing their constitutional and First Amendment rights in a peaceful manner. And for that, I say thank you. I've been very clear. We need a couple things here. We need Minnesota to carry out this investigation to make sure that the professionals at the BCA and the local law enforcement who's in charge of law enforcement make sure we do the investigation, and then to pull back this unnecessary surge And so with that, I would ask for all of us to continue to do this peacefully, continue to raise our voices, but do so in a manner that brings about that sense of community. In Minnesota, I'm declaring tomorrow at 10 a.m. on January 9th, I'd ask everyone to pause for a moment of silence to remember Renee Good, also to remember all that's good and right about this nation. And
God, it's just
everyone, Minnesota.
It's so cringe. It's so cringe to listen to this piece of shit. But not only that, look at this right here. Okay, we got the Oregon governor. Look at the Oregon governor. I mean, what is happening? Why do they all look like this?
Today, united as a state, wanting peace and safety in our communities. We are all shaken and outraged by another terrible, unnecessary, violent event instigated by the reckless agenda of the Trump administration.
Of course, the Trump
This time in our own
administration.
state,
It's
in our largest
always.
city, coming just one day after the tragedy in Minnesota. While the details of the incident remain limited, one thing is very clear. When a president endorses tearing families apart and attempts to govern through fear and hate rather than shared values, you foster an environment of lawlessness and recklessness. Trust is essential to maintaining community safety and the rule of law. Federal agents at the direction of the Department of Homeland Security are shattering trust. They are hurting people and they are destroying day by day what we hold dear, our sense of safety.
Oh my God.
And our literal safety are severely
Female
undermined
Anderson
by
Cooper.
what happened this afternoon in Portland. I'm so thankful that no one died and more people weren't hurt.
Female Anderson Cooper. I mean, honestly, that just means Anderson Cooper, essentially. That's all that means. Is this a what the hell is this? Oh yeah, I got that one. I saw that one earlier. Didn't I? Wait a minute. Did we see this one earlier? What is this? Didn't need to see that. Dude, the self-control that these agents have to have is next level. It really is, man. And I doubt that they're even getting paid enough to deal with this bullshit. I really do. I mean, to have to sit there and, you know, interception, Ole Miss. Sorry. To have to sit there and have to deal with this shit, and they probably don't get paid very well as it is absolutely insane.
You don't care? You're a fucking Nazi. Pussy. Pussy. Yeah, pussy. You're a fucking Nazi.
It's like I got Tourette's or something. I'm like trying to make a point about these ICE agents, and I'm like, interception, Ole Miss.
You're a fucking Nazi. You're a fucking Nazi. Go home. You're a fucking Nazi. Go fuck yourself. Pussy. Pussy, I'm talking to you, bitch. You're a fucking Nazi. You're a fucking Nazi. Pussy. Take that mask off, you Nazi. You fucking Nazi.
God. These people, you know who's actually getting paid better than the ICE agents? The people that are out there pretending to care, the protesters, they're getting paid better than the ICE agents. That's the sad reality of this. I can't keep listening to this. Shockingly, I can't believe this. Stephen A. Smith says it's time for sanctuary cities to become illegal nationwide. What? Stephen A? What?
I don't understand how sanctuary cities, honestly speaking, I got to educate myself in it. I don't understand how sanctuary cities are allowed in this country. I really don't. I don't get it. If there's federal laws that mandate that's.
By the way, I agree completely with him.
That, you know what, you can't cross the border illegally. There shouldn't be sanctuary cities saying, yes, you can. It just shouldn't be. I mean, one way or another, pick one. You either can or you can't. But it shouldn't be federal government says no, but you say yes, so you get to usurp the authority of the federal government, and we're still calling ourselves a nation of laws. Well, which laws? It makes no sense. That's where I'm coming from, Andy.
I live in Los Angeles.
You got 30 seconds, Andy. Andy, you got 30 seconds. You got 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Never voted once or was given the offer to vote for or against sanctuary city or state. I think it's a bunch of baloney.
Yeah. I don't blame you for feeling that way, because the American people should have an opportunity to vote on it. You're absolutely right. I didn't even know that was the case, Andy, until you just told me. You understand? How you a sanctuary city just by declaring yourself to be a sanctuary city, but the citizens in the city didn't even vote on it?
Stephen A. The problem with Stephen A. is he'll say something like this, and then tomorrow he'll say something completely opposite and retarded. I just saw this, which was fucking hilarious. So they were showing this video of Denzel Washington getting the Medal of Freedom from Joe Biden. All right. The reason I'm showing you this is because the quote tweet that showed up in my feed is the funniest shit ever. All right. Joe probably thought that's Obama. Joe probably thought that was Obama. Holy shit. Oh, man. First down, Ole Miss. All right. Ole Miss is driving. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter. Let's fucking go. I'm pulling for Ole Miss. Pulling for Ole Miss. I want to see them win it all. Since Lane Kiffin bailed on them. So that's what I'm looking for. We'll see though. Okay. Kai Guy says the left definitely wasn't sitting. They were jumping and clapping when Charlie died. Yes, they did. That is 100% true. That is 100% true. BMC says that they canceled drill for the reserves in Minneapolis this weekend. Really? Modalicious says, oh, Miami almost intercepted. Modalicious says that humanity BS didn't work with McCarthy. It's not going to work now. Be Good Broadcast says to this day they celebrate. True. Aided Clock says, I hate to think like this, but anyone feel like this happened to change the Maduro news plus the Minnesota fraud? I mean, no, I don't think. I think this happened genuinely, but I think that I do think that the Democrats are pushing their narrative. They're taking advantage of an opportunity. Democrats never found a tragedy. Democrats have never seen a tragedy that they didn't want to try to manipulate. So that's what the Democrats know and do constantly. Daniel Moore says she doesn't have custody. Her and her partner put cigarettes out on them, forced her veteran ex-husband to end it all. Daniel Moore says the left has a cars kill to grift. Jeremy Trump says Crowder did a perfect breakdown of this. Fuse Soul says Minnesota mom shot and killed after dropping her 6-year-old off at school. They are so desperate to spin this. You don't hate the media enough. I know. They're just like, she was just a mom dropping her kid off at school, guys. She was just a mom dropping her kid off at school, and then suddenly ICE agents murdered her. Like, good Lord, man. Stifler's dad says, Anderson, don't take it up the pooper Cooper. Ministry of Wrong Things says, I just tagged you in a video of the passenger side. No tree obstruction. You can see the vehicle literally push the officer. Okay, I'll check that one out. First down, Ole Miss. Dark Red Knight says she apparently blocked ICE multiple times before the shooting. Kai guy says, I'm going to rewatch Billy wailing on him. Vault 95 says, this delayed Nick's Cali daycare corruption video. Piano Dean says, question for the anti-ICE people. If they don't think he fired in self-defense, then what is the reason they think he fired? Just to unalive? If so, then why did he wait until she was moving? This is a very simple question. This is a very simple question. If the whole point was to just unalive her, why did he wait for the vehicle to move? Somebody please ask one of the anti-ICE people that. It would be a very, like, I would love to hear their reaction to that. They would be like, whoa. They would just stutter. That's all they would do. Great Thing says, this just proves cops pale people to just saying, hail to the best chat ever. Track suit. Damn it. I lost weight. Hail to you. All right. 3rd and 10 coming up. 3rd and 10. 8 o'clock says, remember when Walls sent paintballs towards his community just for COVID compliance? Olympian Products says, get Melanie Mack on so she can say what we're all thinking about Tim Walls. Chef Wahoo or Chief Wahoo says, Antifa puts the pro in protester. Elite Neo says, the fact that Renee Good lost custody of her kids when the state typically sides with the mother during its custody dispute makes you wonder. So is this confirmed? Again, I don't know this for sure. So somebody have an article from reputable source that is referencing this, because that is astonishing. For a mother to lose custody is next fucking level. If that's in fact true. That is that is bad. Because any court is going to look, just for people like understand, like it's common sense, but like if you have a custody battle going on, the mother has to be extra fucked up for them to not want to side with her on the custody battle. It has to be very fucking bad. But I haven't heard that. So, oh my God. It was good. Field goal bounced off the upright. It's good. Woo! Sorry, I am super distracted right now. What a fucking field goal. I got to see the replay of that shit. Bounces off the upright and is good. Holy shit. We got a 1-point game, boys, going into the 4th quarter. Yes, it's 17-16 Miami right now. The Under Armour Gamer says Trump needs to bring back the law that requires the media to not engage in propaganda. We are still feeling the wrath of Obama. Chad says, so in the situation, we are now obligated to take the law into our own hands. Daniel Moore Businesses, J6 is a prime example. It's the only example. Also, I've been more involved in Irish politics lately. Big things are about to go down in 2026. Jay Real on Rumble says, become a Red Wings fan. Look into our rivalry with the Avalanche. I don't have any like emotional ties to like that area. So I just couldn't, like the only reason, if it's not a Florida team, it's got to be, I mean, if it's not anything that Nick Saban's involved in with hockey, then it would have to be a Florida team. So that's typically what I follow Florida teams outside of the fact that I'm from Alabama and I like Alabama football, but that was the only sports team that we had in Alabama was Alabama. Steven Strange says, speaking of APL, on Wednesday, Anna Paulina Luna sent 2 separate letters to Attorney General Pam Bondi referring Walls and Ellison for investigation and prosecution. I did hear about that. John Wayne says the commies are losing and they know it. They're simply violent, lashing out like any injured, cornered animal. So Terry says this empathy is tearing this country apart. We should not have Somalis here to begin with. Check the Black Hawk Down incident. Midnight Light becomes new member. Thank you. The Mass Marvel says, is the Hannity interview on yet? I didn't know Trump was doing a Hannity interview, so I'm seeing some clips of it on my timeline right now, but I had no idea that Trump was even doing one tonight. Psychmonger says, is that Black Jesse Waters? Great Thing says, where do you get the Cobra Cast? Where do you get any Cobra Cast stickers? Any thoughts on my idea for a G&G or Cobra Cast tracksuit? We probably need to make them available through Ripasend, but I don't have, we're working on getting a full like setup store anyway. But a tracksuit, look, if people want it, you got to send me like a basic design so I can see what the idea is. But if people want it, I would love to see it. Van says Tim Walz wears a gimp mask and uses icy hot for lube. Emo Otaku says, just like you, Eazy-E and Trump, you guys are real mother effers. Geez, keep up the good work. Grapthar Hammer says, did you see the brainless take? Why didn't he just shoot the tires? Why didn't he just shoot the tires? Who said that? Who the fuck said that? No, why would he shoot the fucking tires? No, she tried to kill him. He should have shot her. So that's a horrible take, whoever said that. Let's see. Stephen A. What Stephen A. said to shoot the tires? I haven't heard that one. Hang on, I gotta look that one up. Stephen A. Let's see. Stephen A. Let's see. Okay, let's see. Hang on. Oh, God, this is going to be funny. Here we go.
I saw the video on numerous occasions. And seeing what transpired from a lawful perspective, as it pertains to a law enforcement official, don't expect him to be prosecuted. He was completely justified.
Okay. All right. I'm with you. Okay.
From a humanitarian perspective, however, why did you have to do that?
Why did he have to do what? Defend himself? Why does anybody have to defend themselves? Because someone tried to fucking kill him.
If you could move out the way, that means you could have shot the tires. That means
Can somebody tell Stephen A. Smith that this is not a fucking Hollywood production? This is real life? Are you kidding me right now? Like, Stephen A. Okay, you know what? Let's you know what? You're right, Stephen A. You're right. You know, like, why didn't the guy just run to the nearest telephone booth and change into his Superman outfit instead of shooting her? And then he could have flew in and grabbed her entire vehicle and flown it to a secure area, and then they could have taken her out of the vehicle. Why didn't he just bring Batman into it? Why didn't he go home and get his Batman costume? You know, like, what the fuck are you talking about?
you could have got her a few feet away after you shot the tires. And if you weren't successful in doing that, you could have got her down the road. You didn't have to do that. She wasn't driving down the road coming at you 90 miles.
Jeremy was just hyping Smith 5 minutes ago. Man, Jeremy looks fucking stupid. I literally said Stephen A. will then say the dumbest shit ever right after I complimented him. I have, as a sports fan, I have been watching Stephen A. Smith for decades. I have heard Stephen A.'s takes. I know what Stephen A. is about. I know what his takes are based on. He is the definition of surface level takes on everything, because Stephen A. talks about, listen, it's not like I'm not trying to be mean about this, because in a lot of similar ways, like, I cover all this shit too. Stephen A. covers everything. It's like Stephen A., 90% of what Stephen A. talks about is the definition of surface level shit. He knows the NBA very well. Everything else Stephen A. talks about, he just gets bullet points. And he is a very good communicator, but he don't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Miles an hour, she was parked in the middle of the street. And rather than get out the car, she wrongfully tried to drive off and wrongfully disregarded law enforcement official, which is exactly what ICE is. And as a result, lost her life because of it. I saw
Why didn't he shoot the tires? What? Why didn't he just shoot the gas tank out? She would have eventually ran out of gas. Why didn't he do that? Why didn't he just pop the hood? Pull the battery? Yeah? Why didn't he do that? What a stupid thing to say. Why didn't he shoot the fucking tires? Harley Dave says, Jeremy always looks stupid. Thank you, Harley Dave. Finally, bringing it down, bringing the temperature down a little bit here, bringing some truth to the equation. Thank you, Harley. 8 o'clock says you have to reach out to Kirsha. Mom levels of messed up to lose custody. What now? Custody? She just faked her death. What type of sentence is this? The hell is this? I don't even know what you're saying here. Let's see here. GP Baylor says, hail all. It was a great return to form for Cart 8 last night. Johnny liking to suck corn the long way. It was not on my bingo card, though. It was actually a lot of fun to play. 8 o'clock says, sorry, I had a stroke. Yeah, dude. I'm like, punctuation, man. Come on. Work with me here. Yeah, Mario Kart 8 last night was fantastic. It was a lot of fun. It is. I do love Mario Kart World, but Mario Kart 8 is the better game. I had a lot of fun with it. Why didn't he exactly? Stephen A. is gonna be like, I saw the shooting. It was justified, but why didn't he go back in time? Why didn't he go back in time? You know, why didn't he get in a DeLorean and go back in time? Yeah, okay, yeah, you're right, Stephen A. He should have just went back in time. Yeah. Good looking out there, Stephen A. Smith. GP Baylor says Crowder did a video today proving it was impossible for the officer to shoot the tires, let alone see it. They reenact it. Pretty cool. I have to check it out. Man, it's the fourth quarter and we got a 1-point game. 1-point game. Mr. No One says hockey greater than football. Defending Truth says a shoot the tires is like saying piss on the fire. It really is. Let's see. Mod Eric says Scam Bondi will do nothing. Anyone arrested will be left off, just like Derek Chauvin, where Antifa threatened to kill the jury, putting notes at homes, prosecute the red state due to jury and judges. If Nick is killed, the media will blame Trump and calling him the right-wing Yahtzee, inciting people attacking him. Iran is a full revolution. It's about time. True Mr. Gentleman says, hey, Jeremy, long time no Rumble rant. I know you hate compliments but you look slightly less closeted than usual. I know you hate them, but I have to say it, 199. Bronsonite says, first off, Sheriff Grady for Attorney General. Also, I'm surprised the lefty shitheads in the media didn't say innocent young brutally gunned down and car attacks ICE agent. The car did attack. It was not the lady. It was the car. Damn cars. We got to ban all cars now. You know what they were really hoping is the media was really hoping it was a Tesla so that they could blame the self-driving Tesla for what happened. And you know that's exactly what they would have done. 1,000% would have done that. Yeah, I got that one. Is that a punt? Okay. Ole Miss is getting the ball. Let's go. What is this? Leftists have taken over the streets of Minneapolis to oppose ICE, and drivers are livid. Even more protests have been planned.
It's completely up to the federal agents to handle that on their own. And it's notable because you look around here, these are active roadways. There are cars that are driving right up to this crowd before turning around. It could lead to really bad situations. And we've seen that happening all throughout the day. But these protests going on, and there's several more scheduled over the next couple of days, and especially into the weekend. So the city is bracing for itself with the National Guard here now on standby.
Gonna be a fun weekend for the unemployed. But we got this one right here. So, well, shit, right here. Okay, right here. This young black father pleading with lazy, entitled leftists to stop protesting so he can just pick up his daughter.
Traffic
idiots. You can't do that. That's against the law. Island, I'm not start doing this, bro. I'm not gonna run you over. Get away from my car, bro.
Whoa! Get him!
Get away from my car! Bro, get away from my car. I have a daughter in Brooklyn!
Dude, he can't even get to his kid.
Get the out of the way!
That video is old. Is it? Is this old?
Run him over! Run him over! Don't touch him!
Welcome to Twitter. You got these motherfuckers. This guy literally tweeted this 12 hours ago, and another guy tweeted it 20 hours ago. Welcome to Twitter. People just reposting shit and acting like it's just now happening. I fucking hate this new Twitter influencer bullshit. But that's where we are. But I've never seen that video. But still, it still applies. It's a great video. And I like that he's pushing these pieces of shit out of the way. Whiskey Niner says, Candace broke the case. It was Israel who caused the car to attack. I knew it. I knew it. We got him. Busted. It was Israel. No, I tend to, I have so many people fucking muted on Twitter. So these guys are probably going to go under the mute section as well. I can't do the amount of people, accounts, and words that I have muted on Twitter since Elon took over. And again, I'm not complaining about it because Twitter is still better than it was with Jack Dorsey because I have an account and I didn't have an account when Jack Dorsey was there because I got banned. So it's a far better platform, but good Lord, it's crazy. Let's see. MAGA Mike says Trump announces we will begin special operations on the ground in Mexico against a cartel. No fucks given mode has begun. Glenn Jones says spell it tires, not tires yanks. Monterica says he should have jumped the hood and ran across the roof of the SUV, landing superhero style on the other side. Yeah, man. Like, come on. Stephen A just wants you to, act like an action star. That's all he's asking for. Not a big deal, really. Ole Miss is driving with 11 minutes to go. Damn, Ole Miss could be in the championship. Lane Kiffin deserves it too. I know half of you don't give a shit, but you know what? That's interesting. I want to know how many of you care about sports. In the chat, do you care about sports? Do you care about sports? Start the poll. Let's see what the chat has to say. All right. I'm thinking 50, it may be like 40, 60. Yes. Well, actually, yeah, we're looking at about 40, 60. Oh my gosh, first down, Ole Miss. So right now we've got 42% says yes, 58% say no out of 400 votes. That's about where I figured it'd be. It's not too bad. Okay. I mostly just care about NASCAR, brother. I used to care about NASCAR. I used to be obsessed with NASCAR, and I find it to be unwatchable now, unfortunately. I found it to be unwatchable. I watch old NASCAR races on YouTube that I can't deal with. I can't deal with current NASCAR. I haven't watched NASCAR in a decade, probably. Only real sports like WWE. Well, we do have a sports channel, Sports Wars. If you are into sports, we have a sports channel. Go subscribe to Sports Wars. And we're also on Rumble with that too. Ole Miss is driving and got another first down. I care about F1, MotoGP, and WRC. F1, I used to watch F1 a lot too. MAGA Mike says the officer should have done a double flip over the car and then a 360 no scope into the tire. Stephen A. Smith. Yes, exactly. God, it's so weird. You hope Miami loses. I don't hate Miami as much as I used to. But I'm definitely pulling for Ole Miss because of Lane Kiffin leaving. Lane Kiffin deserves this team to win a championship without him. That would be fantastic. I'd love that. Okay, with that said, we're going to end it here because I want to watch the end of this game. We got 9 minutes to go. I I'm going to try to do a live stream before and after Friday Night Tights tomorrow. And I'm going to be on Friday Night Tights. All right. So I'm going to try to do a stream before FNT. I'm going to be on FNT, and then I'm going to try to do a stream after FNT. All right. That's what we're going to try to do tomorrow. I will definitely do one after FNT, as I always do, but I want to do one before because there's just so much shit to talk about. So we'll see. So, damn, good luck, mods. Yes, says Mo Monty. Good luck, mods. Harley says, hey, Jeremy, are you leaving? What do you mean leaving with a BG? Are you trying to super chat me so I don't leave? Is that what you're trying to do? I'm watching the fucking game. Storm Shadow says Beardo's right. Jeremy's a bandwagon fan. Dropped sucky Bama and picked Ole Miss. Roll Tide, War Eagle. How am I dropped Bama? I'd be pulling for Bama right now if they were still in. What am I supposed to do? Not pull for any fucking body? So, yeah, I'm pulling for the SEC team. That's how SEC fans are. Yeah, what a retarded take, Storm Shadow. Like, hey, because your team's knocked out, you're a bandwagon for pulling for a team that's in the game. The fuck does that mean? Harley Dave says, no, that would be weird. It would be kind of weird, wouldn't it? Laughing Man says, Harley Dave just got here and Jeremy is leaving. I do feel like there's been, we kind of go through these waves on this channel, and I feel like we've kind of had another boost here on this channel. The live streams have been popping pretty good. I also have been, I've been titling my streams, which is something I stopped doing for a long time. I used to just title the streams CobraCast 199, and that's not algorithm friendly. I'm actually titling the streams that are more kind of relevant. So I think that's helping. Also, to the new viewers, if you are new here, I have a channel, D-Day Cobra 2, where we clip out segments from this stream right here. And so if you want to subscribe over there, you can. That channel's been doing good. Also, I am the creator of Geeks and Gamers. Our main channel is Geeks and Gamers, and I'm making more videos over there. So there's a lot of places to find me and all of my retarded opinions. Wherever you want them, they're there. And I have a lot of different opinions that, you know, I've kind of gotten to the point where I just don't give a fuck about anything as far as like what people say. I'm just going to say whatever the fuck I want and let people cry. Who gives a shit, right? Let them cry. Jackson says Buck05. Narco says I am 100% on the Ole Miss bandwagon just to spite Lane Kiffin. Brian Kelly did the same thing, the same fake stuff to my college in 2009. I hate Brian Kelly. I've always hated Brian Kelly. Let me see here. New year, new Jeremy, says Laughing Man. Yes, I probably will have a video on the main Geeks and Gamers channel at some point tonight as well. It'll be later tonight, but it'll be there. But thank you guys so much. I do appreciate it. Laughing Man, you and Harley Day was trying to get me to stay, but dude just got ejected. What happened? Was it a targeting penalty? Did somebody get hit for a targeting? I'm watching right now, but I looked away. All right, Ole Miss, 1st and 10 from the 21. Running play, boom, got about, 2-3 yards. So targeting, was it legit targeting? Because I didn't see it. I hate the targeting penalty. I hate it. It's so subjective. You missed my member message, says Emo Taco. Oh, I got yours. I don't have it right now, but I know I read it. Win or lose, Miami will riot. I came from Rumble just so I could vote, says Brett Box. So right now it's going to, do you care about sports is a 40-60 split. That's about exactly what I thought we would get. So I'm okay with that. Okay. The reason is like, there's no point in me continuing this stream because I'm just going to be distracted watching this game. This is a hell of a game right now. Harley Dave says, how could I ever convince you to do what you're already Wait, what? How could I ever convince you to do what you already day what to do? Are you fucking with me? Or am I supposed to just sound that out? How could I ever convince you to do what you already day want to do? Harley, have you had a few? Don't drink in super chat. Actually, do drink in super chat. I definitely encourage that. Olympia Product says Thomas Massey called. He says taxation is theft and that you've been scanning us. Then said don't have to pay your CobraCast taxes anymore. Jimmy raises Thomas Massey tax. Oh, we got a player down. I didn't see what happened though. Narco says, well, fuck, I guess I won't super chat. Loser Alter Ego says, I only super chat when I'm hammered. Beardo reading by Jeremy. Did you guys see? So this is what happens when you call out Danky, okay? Beardo called Danky out the other day for not uploading best of videos. Did you guys hear this? So Beardo called Danky out, says, I guess he's slacking. He's gotten lazy. Danky uploads a 4-hour and 29-minute video of the best of Beardo on Geeks and Gamers Clips. 4 hours and 29 fucking minutes.
This is what they will literally punish a game based on their own real world politics. What do you think about this one, Beardo?
Oh, whoops, shit, my bad. I wasn't trying to share my screen. Yeah, man. I was sorry. Yeah, I don't think
Sure. Anything for you. All right, Beardo. All right, this is the best you've sounded. This is the best you've sounded right here, Beardo. So good job. Can you tell us at what point in your life did you find out you were gay? If you want to stay silent, you're just going to confirm it. So if you don't answer, that's totally fine. But I'm going to give you a chance. So if you stay silent, you're just confirming you're gay. So at what point did you realize you were gay? Okay. I mean, that's him confirming it right there. So, it would be better with just a chair. Well, you want like me and oh, hey, okay, you're back. All right. Well, I guess
sorry, I realized that I'm on commission by how much time I spend here, so I needed to come back.
It's all good. All right. We're never going to get through these super chats.
No.
So if you guys want to go watch a 4 hours of Fear the Beardo, best of Fear the Beardo on Geeks and Gamers Clips, feel free to go do that. Harley Dave says, first of all, YouTube mobile app has a crazy BS autocorrect when typing super chats. It's legit chaos. Hail to you, Harley Dave. All right. With that said, we're going to end it. I do appreciate it. I hope you guys have a good night. Thank you for all the support. We'll be back tomorrow. There's plenty to talk about. It's nonstop right now in Minnesota. So it's going to be a busy weekend. And so I'll be covering everything. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. We do appreciate it. Hope you have a good evening. And we'll see if Ole Miss is able to win this game. Talk to all of you later. Bye, everyone.